I mean, this sounds kind of macabre, but I like to go to visit a country after a terrorist attack.
Okay.
After a terrorist attack, you know, the horse has already left the barn. It's cheap. I was in Istanbul after they had that bombing at the airport. So I went there.
Jesus Christ.
And there was a bus, was supposed to be 50 people. How many people do you think were on the bus?
2.
One.
You.
So I got the whole tour,
And they're like, why are you
the
here?
whole bus, and I stayed at a $300 a night hotel for $30.
Oh my gosh.
I was in Morocco after they chopped off two girls' heads off. And I was on this trail, on the same trail. that
He's
they-
loving it.
So wait, when you read the news of a terrorist attack, you're like, time to hit orbits.
You get really good deals, and the security is fantastic. I've gotten flights to Peru, round trip for $280.
And what
Come
happened
on,
right
let's
before
go.
that?
Oh, there was probably an earthquake or something.
So 9/12/2001, you're on a flight to New York. You're like, let's do this.
Dog. Hell yeah. All right, so in the spirit of tariffs, you know, go get your discount vacations. It's real cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called there's something dark tourism. That's what it's called. People go to places like this after bad events or things like that.
So,
Dark tourism. It's a
all
whole
I'm
thing.
I'm just saying, I heard about this really hot strip called Gaza that we need to check out. I heard it's blowing up like real big lately.
Whoa.
So I mean,
So there's
I
got to
don't
be a
know.
resort in Yemen.
Heyo.
Yeah.
you know, I heard it's somewhere in the Middle
Yemen.
East.
Yeah, man. It's a great
Yeah,
place
man.
to go.
Oh, it's Jamaican now too. Got
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
it. Oh.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's good. That's good. It was gonna be a me show, but now it's a Grok show.
A Grok show. Yeah, we,
Kirk show.
Is it Grok or is it Grok?
It's Grok. I like calling
whatever,
it Grok.
it's whatever you want it to be. Okay?
Whatever strokes your Grok, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There you
whatever
go.
strokes your Grok. We're calling it Grok now.
I do enjoy stroking Grok. It's a good time.
Well, I don't. I don't
Well,
know about that.
Yeah, so basically what happened is we put all of our shit into Grok and we said, "Hey, give us an agenda and something to talk about." And so it did its best and it actually came out pretty decent. So we didn't have a lot of time to get ready, so that's what we did. So get ready, strap in. It's going to be just as much a surprise to you as it is to us.
Uh-huh.
But I will say I had some bookmarks ready to go and some topics ready to go. It had the topics I was going to talk about already. I
Yeah.
had nothing ready to go. It wasn't going
Yeah,
to.
nothing really good. Hold on.
It was going to be real bad.
I was like, we're going to AI this shit real quick.
Yeah,
Tim
man.
was like, I put this into AI, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. I should have done that like 3 nights ago.
Cheat code. That's how I prepare for all shows. Anyway, yeah, you guys, what are you drinking? Let's do it.
Truly.
Heineken.
Wait, Mitch is actually drinking. What do you?
Yeah, I'm actually drinking.
Oh, look at that.
What did you think this bottle was as I was sitting here?
I
I've
don't know. Some gay shit you always do. Like, it was some kind of cannabis soda or something.
That's right. Yeah, I could see
I've
that.
tried those things. They never really kick as much as you would hope.
Of course not.
Heineken.
Heineken's good.
I've been to the factory in Amsterdam. Very very cool.
You
Yeah,
were
yeah.
that,
It- The way to think about it is it's 30% off right now because in about a month you're gonna have to pay a tariff. So-
Yeah, true.
Literally,
true.
I was looking at it and I thought, I feel like I should get this and enjoy it now.
Mitch grabbed the Heine one last
Yeah.
time for good luck.
yeah.
It was
That-
between
that-
that and Foster's, but I noticed that Foster's said brewed in the USA, and I was like, what the fuck? I thought this was the Australian beer.
It is. They just sent it over with a
I
COVID
know.
vaccine.
Ah.
What do you got? What do you got, Rob?
Truly, we're finishing off these Trulies,
Thank
and
God.
and then this Delta 8 or Delta 9. drink.
Oh, there we go. So it's
so
Rob.
he's drinking the
Yeah,
cannabis
he's
straight.
drinking the gay drink.
Okay. What do you got, Josh?
You know, unlike the rest, well, maybe not Rob, but unlike the rest of these guys, my drink has no tariffs. I got the New Mexico. We're back with the Cade again here.
You got me wondering.
I ran out of whiskey. My brother keeps drinking all my drinks, so we have the
Somebody
we have the
better
reserve
drink all their
moonshine.
drinks.
We also have
Somebody
the
not
moonshine.
drinking enough. Oh, I'm not an alcoholic. Look at me. I don't drink all my alcohol.
I do. It's, I just go out of town a lot, and I'm like,
I'm
hey,
here to
can
town
you
and
watch
I
my?
don't take my alcohol with me. I'm not a
Can
real
you watch-
alcoholic.
Oh,
No,
look
I'm
at
like,
me.
"Can you
I'm
watch
not
my
the lawyer
dog?"
with fancy bourbon in my desk.
I'm like, can you watch my dogs? And then when I get back,
Yeah,
it's
he's like, I
always
watched that
ev-
bourbon, nigga.
There's like little, yeah, that's what it is.
You
But
watch that moonshine, son.
hey, that's proper payment. I'm not paying him money for the dogs. I let him use my washing machine and I give him alcohol, and
let him
he
use your
pretty
washing
much is
machine?
okay with that.
You let this man put his underwear in the same place you put your underwear.
Wait. What do you get out of this? He gets your washer machine and your alcohol. What do you get?
Well, his
His
washing
dog
machine was
being washed.
his washing machine was broken, and he lives like right across the like.
But
right
what do you
Oh,
across
your
get?
stepsister, she can.
He
fix
watches
that
my
shit.
dogs. He watches my dogs.
He watches your dog.
Yeah, my dogs, both of them. Whenever I'm out of town.
You're getting ripped off, man.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad.
He kick your dog.
yeah. He kick your
Kick your
dog.
dog. No, kick my dog.
You made me look. So this
my
one
dog.
is
Made
this
you
one
look.
is this one's Vermont and this one's Jacksonville, Florida. So we're still good. Swamp juice is American made. Let's go.
Ah, no
Wow.
tariffs on the swamp juice.
Wow.
Wow, I'm proud of you, Tim. So proud.
So unintentionally proud.
That's crazy.
It all worked out.
I would have thought swamp juice came from like fucking South America or something, honestly.
we-
No, it's
source-
Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, that's where it's from.
All Florida, all American, no tariffs.
That's right.
Wow. And not even just American, but like kind of Florida, mostly Florida too. Boom, there it is. And but you had Mountain Dew, right? Mountain Dew.
Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
Where's
the USA?
Mountain Dew made at?
Probably canned in Florida somewhere.
It probably doesn't say on the can, does it?
Oh, there's regional. There's a brewing like
Is this
a
in New
Pepsi
York?
brew.
Josh, there's
Probably.
no mountains in Florida. It can't be made in Florida. There's no way.
Look,
It says
the,
New
the
York.
dew is imported from the Rockies.
Knoxville,
it's still in
Tennessee.
America.
Guys, Knoxville, Tennessee, according to Google's AI.
Is where the,
Oh, the Mountain Dew comes from the goddamn Appalachians. The hillbillies gave us the dew.
I mean, Mountain
It did
Dew
come
was
from the
originally
mountains.
made for a mixer for moonshine.
Not this moonshine. This moonshine won't mix well with anything.
oh,
Get the Mountain Dew, man. That's what the
It's
Dew's made
moonshine.
for.
I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Something we were talking about before the show. What do y'all think about sucking on Rob's nuts as a challenge at LPF? You want to show him your nuts, Rob?
Yeah. I guess I can.
What?
All right.
yeah.
Hang on, everybody.
So we're trying to come up
Hallelujah.
with a punishment for LPF. All right, and so
Let me get my nuts out.
Yeah, Rob's got these two. You see those two beautiful
Oh,
nuts in
God.
there?
Oh, three. I got a third nut.
Oh, no, he's got a third nut.
Oh man.
So what about
That one's
sucking on Rob's
actually
nut?
almost equivalent in size than the first
Oh
two.
no, it's the trifecta of nuts.
You know, I did feel one of my ex roommates. He had three nuts, and he made all of us feel them one night. And it was like that nut. You thought it would be like an extra thing. It was just a third nut.
Wait,
it was.
what did he say?
Gay!
I'm
Gay! This man
afraid-
felt another man's nuts. That's gay.
Look, he had a knife. He made us all do it. I promise
He
you.
had
It
a
was not-
knife.
yeah,
You
he
should have
was-
got a gun
He
then.
was like, "I'm telling you."
Josh is the most liberal arbiter of gayness, and so if he's calling you gay,
Yeah, that's
pretty-
saying a lot, man.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was the most straight man's
The
ever
most
been
straight
feeling another man's
denial
nut.
of being gay I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Don't act like your soulless ginger ass don't know about dark tourism. Okay, never mind. I just saw a soulless ginger ass, and I had to pull it up.
Soulless ginger is always appropriate.
Yes.
I mean,
I
what
want to
more-
do it. I'd like
I
to do
mean,
it one time.
Definitely.
There's got to be like a resort over in the Red Sea that's like dirt cheap right now because of everything.
What is it's red with blood?
Shannon's drunk already. What the fuck is this? Am I?
I am
left?
left. I am left.
Am I? I don't know. Shannon's here.
Shannon.
Shannon's never here, and then she gets gifted a membership and suddenly shows up. See, Ronan, it works. Just keep it going.
Boom.
Let's see. First story that we got today. I think it is kind of funny that the first story, courtesy of Grok, has to do with Elon Musk. Isn't that
Of course.
Isn't that
Of course.
strange?
Did that shit on purpose.
You know-
I bet.
What? Did you want to say
What?
something? I don't know. You sound like you were going to say something.
You
No,
said
I
what?
was just gonna say I'm surprised Grok won't chill Doge.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah.
Well,
No, there's-
what?
That's
What?
what
Oh,
Elon's not
that's good.
shilling Doge either. That
Yeah.
motherfucker came on TV and was like, yeah, we ain't using Doge for shit in the federal government. I don't know why anybody thinks we're going to do that dumb shit.
Yeah, so I guess Elon Musk called Peter Navarro dumber than a sack of bricks. Trump's economic advisor. So let's see.
Items like cars, 46%
This makes me like Elon more.
One of those
Elon
like
was
text
the biggest
videos.
loser over the last 3 days. No wonder he's such a whiny twat.
Yeah, this is one of those videos that doesn't say anything. It just makes you read.
Okay.
Boo! I came here to lead, not to
Well,
read.
I mean, no, like I'll just take the headline at face value without reading any of the article or watching the video here.
That's
course you will.
responsible.
That is absolutely responsible. That's what everybody else does. Your boomer aunt does it on Facebook. Your weird
Yeah.
fucking uncle does it on Twitter. You know, this is American as apple pie. So let's get into it, boys, and take that headline at face value. Is anybody surprised that he called Peter Navarro a fucking dumb bag of bricks?
But let's see why.
I'm inclined to say based.
This is exactly what he said. Navarro is truly a moron. What he says here is demonstrably
Based.
false. Musk wrote on X, adding in
wrote
a
on
subsequent
X.
post in which he tagged the retard finder.
Hey!
That's.
Keep going.
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
say anything below,
Why
doesn't say
do
anything below.
people want me to hate this man?
Because he is the
hello?
retard finder. He's tagging himself.
Yeah.
Retard finder is his fucking.
You think it's Elon?
I am like 1,000,000% certain. And if I'm wrong, so be it. But I've never been more certain of anything in my life.
Oh,
I
so-
seriously think that's retard finder's Elon.
Yes, I think that's his burner account. For an account. Because I remember seeing Retard Finder when it had like 400 or 500 followers, like maybe 12, 18 hours before the thing started blowing up. Because I remember looking at it and going, oh, this is funny. I wonder how I ran into this here. Probably one of my, like, mutuals, like, you know, I figured it was somebody stupid like Leighton or, you know, Joshua Smith.
I hate
And
myself
then
for
when it blew
having
up
not
and got
thought
like
of
a
it.
million.
Yeah.
Yeah, it blew up, got 1 million followers in like a half a day, and I was like, yeah, this thing is Elon. It's got to be Elon.
You called
So-
Leighton retarded. I just got to.
Boom. Roasted.
Or hear me out. People just really like the idea of an account called Retard Finder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
Occam's
it's as
razor.
simple as
I'm
that,
not.
yeah.
I'm not buying it. I'm sorry.
Well,
Okay,
here-
so from here on out, a
Mhm.
mystery of the show that we will eventually figure out is who is Retard Finder.
It's no one you know.
We'll get to the bottom of who is behind Retard Finder. Be it Elon, be it the Jews.
You know who it is?
Leighton.
John McAfee. You heard it here first.
Ooh, Tim, you come in with the dark horse. That's a
Tim
good
coming out hard.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to argue against Tim's answer. Actually,
You can't.
I'm not either, man. That's the
this
best
could be
prediction.
if not worst case scenario. This is McAfee's dead man switch.
That's
An
what it was
AI
the
of
whole
him just
time.
pretending to find retards on an anonymous account. That would be a pretty McAfee thing to do, actually.
This is a terrible tangent to take us down, but I remember him referencing a dead man switch. Did it ever trigger? Do we know what it was?
We don't know. We don't. That's the
So-
thing. Nobody knows. It's so great.
We're going on all kinds of
So,
tangents. It's all right.
YouTuber The Outer Light, just real quickly, just since you touched on
Yeah,
that, The Outer Light or The Outer Dark, whichever account it is,
Mhm.
he did a thing covering a lot of the stuff after McAfee died, and apparently there was an account on Pirate Bay that put up a file that was like a couple fucking 100 terabytes.
Anything good?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like the comments were full of people. Did anyone download it? Oh, I don't know. Let me go clear some space.
Oh, wow.
Like,
No
you know,
one gave
people
us
are all
shit.
being sarcastic in the comments, so I don't know if anyone
when it's
ever
a couple
did
hundred
anything.
terabyte. Like, who has
That's a
a
lot.
couple hundred terabytes of storage just laying around, Tim?
Not a couple hundred. I had to count
It
real
makes me
quick. I got
wonder
about 12.
Yeah, you have 12 terabytes. That's
Yeah.
a lot less than a couple hundred, my guy.
Yeah, just
I
a
love
few.
you. I love you a lot, but
I had
you
to
know,
count. I counted.
You counted poorly, my dude. 12 is a lot less than a couple hundred. I'm just saying.
And that means I would have to delete Grand Theft Auto 5 off my computer. And I'm
Yeah,
not
for-
doing that.
Or you're gonna
Oh,
have
for
to soon
sure.
for Grand Theft Auto 6.
I will do it for 6. I will do it for 6. But my strippers are going to be very upset with me that I'm not going back to the club.
60 to 80 terabytes. What the hell are you doing, Barfo? All of your games are like fucking MS DOS. What are you doing?
Someone out there had to have downloaded this thing. It
All
was
right.
under
Are
the
you
file's
running an
name was
Indian
whack,
call
like the
center
tattoo.
out of your shed?
So this is apparently the clip that he called Peter Navarro a retard for, so we can watch.
Now, Peter, one
We'll
of the
determine
talking
if he's
heads over
retarded.
at CNBC is mocking the idea of bringing back electronics manufacturing, which, of course, when I was a kid, we made TVs, everything else, back to the U.S. Watch. Yeah.
Those jobs of screwing,
Clip of a clip.
tiny screws into iPhones, which are
His
being done
nose is
for
kinda
$2
big.
a day in other
Just
countries, are not exactly coming back to the United States. Nor is T-shirt making, sneaker making, seamstresses. These businesses that went away because other countries
I know a
could
couple
do that
seamstresses.
far more
Yeah,
cheaply.
seamstresses,
Actually
that's
benefited
stupid.
Americans. Even as manufacturing jobs were lost.
Your response to that?
Ron Insana, yeah.
Huh?
He's been on TV since China joined the WTO in 2001, saying the same crap.
He's been
It's
on
like-
it since,
and the Clinton thing was
I went to
priceless.
high
It's
school
like-
with that
was
guy,
like
actually.
Bill Clinton was the guy who not only signed NAFTA, SHAFTA in '96, but he was the guy who
So he
basically
thinks
got
he's so
China into
clever.
the World Trade Organization.
But are we going to make
And the
iPhones in the
Kool-Aid
United
was,
States?
Some of we're going to do. Yeah,
Are we gonna make
we're going to be able to do it through,
Yeah,
through
yeah,
more
yeah,
automation, and there's going to be plenty of jobs for robots, plenty of jobs for humans. I'm telling you, Laura, this is going to be a golden age. And the thing, like you take automobiles, what we're doing now is a scam. Like BMW comes to Spartanburg, South Carolina, and all we do is assemble German transmissions and autos. It's like they get all the good jobs, they get all the good profits, and we get stuck with a hindsight. It just doesn't.
You
It's
stuck
When do you
with
think
the
the
what?
market might turn around?
It's finding a bottom now. It's finding a bottom now, but look,
It's got a little bit more to go. Just hanging there. Okay.
Finding a bottom, just like Mitch. Hey, at least
Oh,
you're
that
the
was a
top.
good one.
At least you're the
Listen.
top.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Getting that
Yeah.
pussy.
Yeah, is that Fire Marshal Bill? I don't know. So basically the other guy was saying that this fucking guy here was saying there's no shot that that guy is saying there's no shot that manufacturing's ever coming back, and then Peter Navarro's like, no, you just gotta wait. We're gonna find the bottom, and then it's gonna be American Golden Age. You see.
Yeah.
Well-
I don't know. Well, go ahead, Josh.
Well, it was actually kind of funny because I think it was during the Tucker interview, the Commerce Secretary or the Treasury Secretary.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. Was it good?
I've only gotten clips of it, but this one, there's a couple that stood out. I'm sure one or two of them will pop up along the way. Maybe this one will or won't. But he had mentioned that, part of the issue that everybody's talking about is, how are we going to staff these manufacturing jobs? Americans aren't going to want to work at these manufacturing plants. And he basically was like, well, we just laid off a bunch of bureaucrats and federal workers. Obviously, that's what we're going to use they're going to be part of what staffs these manufacturing plants as they're
Oh my
being built.
God.
So, I don't know about all of y'all, but the concept, even just in theory of bureaucrats being fired from their cushy government jobs and being forced to work, maybe not forced, but their options are very limited to working in private sweatshop style factories, making iPhones and Nike sneakers and sewing socks. I don't hate the tariffs as much anymore. I'm not going to say I'm tariff friendly, but I'm open for discussion and to hear what the prospects are if bureaucrats doing slave labor is involved.
Yeah, if you have that clip, send it because I don't have it. But I was trying to find it real quick. But that is an interesting idea, right? That all the bureaucrats laid off by Doge are now going to work in the American sweatshops that featured at the beginning of our show. Imagine that.
That would be so great.
It's not
All
going to
those
happen.
IRS people. Oh man.
It's not gonna happen.
El Barfo's mad in the chat, but I'm sorry.
No offense to Rob, but these mofos are just a bunch of lawyers who know nothing about the world outside of government bullshit. They can't.
No,
work in
it's true.
sweatshops.
That's
That
for
is
sure true.
actually true, but it doesn't matter if the end result is low-level bureaucrats who probably made your life a nightmare during the COVID regime in some way, shape, or form, whether directly or indirectly. Having to sew socks and, grind leather in, a sweatshop
Grind
making sneakers.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
would be
Eric has
nice.
to go to the hospital in another
Josh?
4 hours, boys.
Grind that I think
On that day when what you say happens, America will truly be great again.
Yeah, I know you guys are doing this character thing, but I'm gonna give a real take real quick. I think that the people who are going to be working these jobs are going to be like the people that need these jobs, right? Like the people who are legal immigrants who are trying to send money back home and shit like that. And just like Navarro said, robots are going to fucking be like America does things like back in the day, America's thing was, okay, you did this, but we innovate and we do things better than the rest of the world. So Elon's got this new robot that looks like straight out of iRobot, the Will
Optimus.
Smith
Yeah.
fucking movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers are just gonna be walking around delivering shit. Like that's like for free. Like that's what the world that we want eventually. Like people need to get like start figuring out how to make money. Like
He said
robots are gonna take.
Yeah, I'm with Vinny. Vinny, he said he's going to sell those for 20 grand. I'll buy one if it's 20 grand.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
and then put a pussy in it and like.
There you
don't
go.
even need
Who
to
needs
argue with
Randy?
your
I mean, the
anymore.
wife. I
Right,
mean, yeah.
guys, I know what's always going to be in demand. Pelts.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Pelts.
Yeah.
Start stocking your pelts, baby.
No, but on a serious note, like outside of the fun that Bissett was having with Tucker on his little interview, like I have to agree with Rob. Is that's the realistic like outcome? Is like, yeah, if we do a bunch of manufacturing jobs back to U.S., it's really gonna be like supervisory. It's mostly gonna be automated. It's gonna be very low touch human, mostly to keep an eye and make sure the robots don't fuck things up and quality control. So it's gonna be these jobs aren't going to be very high paying because they're not going to be very skilled. They are probably going to go to the people who need them the most. Maybe they are former low-level bureaucrats, but reality is that you're going to see most, if not all of this automated. Like a lot of the jobs that we already have here in America that are service-based are automated. I see it in my own job where I joke with even people all the time that like, hey, we're a few steps away from me not having to be here anymore and them just getting rid of me.
Yeah.
All right. Before we move
I
to
mean,
the next
shit,
topic,
Josh, as the former graphic design guy, they've gotten rid of me.
There it
Mitch,
is.
you made a great graphic here. This tariffs brought to you by Bob's Pelts.
Bob's Pelts. Ladies and gentlemen,
Bob's Pelts.
pelts are never going out of style. Get your wolf skins, get your raccoon skins, get your
Okay,
bear skin rugs.
Hell,
Your
we got
lady
some
will love you
squirrel
laying it
mittens
down.
you can even wear. Those squirrels,
Squirtle
pretty
mittens.
big. Big squirrels, small squirrels.
I mean,
Bob's Pelts.
even something as simple as New York rat socks make great in the winter.
The homeless people love it.
Is this
Bob's
real?
Pelts.
I need to buy some
Bob's
rat
Pelts.
socks.
All right.
I can never
need
tell
a
if
pack
it's
of
real
rat
anymore.
socks now too. Yeah, that's gonna.
Well, Tim, we'll go up to New York
Pack
and
rat?
we'll go in the sewers and we'll go hunt some rats.
Okay, sounds like
There
a
we go.
deal.
Yeah.
We'll wear them at the tariff trade show or tariff fashion show.
fashion show. There we go. Show your
Oh, he's got a
tail.
pelt. He's got a pelt.
There it
He's
is.
got
Future
a pelt.
pelt.
Got a lemur.
She does not have a
Some of
pelt.
these I don't know. Okay, so is that
Got a
Japan?
pelt.
That Malay?
Got a
Poor
pelt.
Malay.
You got 10? Really?
Yeah, poor Malay. Zelensky gets 10. That's Africa? Africa? Who's
He
that?
had a belt.
Iran Power? Who's that?
That was.
That's
Pakistan.
Maduro. There's Russia.
Zero from Russia. What the
Dude,
fuck?
Whoa.
This can't be accurate.
Whoa.
That
cannot
can't be
be
accurate. This has to be like some lefty person posting this shit.
No.
You know why? You know
It's
why?
true.
It's zero because we're not allowed to trade with them anyway because they're an enemy.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
That would probably be.
Yeah, that.
I don't know
mean,
if that's true. I just say
know.
things.
Listen, all I'm saying is I really want trade to open with Russia again so I can get a Saiga. Everyone wants a
And-
good old Russian AK.
And they want our KFC again.
Exactly.
24. Who's that?
Who
are
the
these people?
fuck?
Who this?
49%.
Who this?
Who
Is
is
that
that?
Thailand? Is that Thailand?
I think so. I'm
Oh,
pretty
that's
Because
the
I know
lady boy
Thailand
tear.
has like 75%
Bot bill.
tariffs
Yeah,
on
man.
us, so we gave them like some crazy high number.
Well, you know what? That's why they had that 7.7 earthquake the other day. You shouldn't be tariffing us. We're gonna hit you with the HARP system. We're gonna hit you with DARPA, and the Earth's gonna
What is-
shake. What the fuck, New Zealand?
Yeah, that's some
Oh, is that what
island.
that is? New Zealand?
Yeah,
Okay.
New
Or
Zealand.
Australia? Or Australia? I think that's New Zealand though.
I think it's New Zealand, yeah.
Who's this one?
Romania?
We don't.
What?
Is that what you said, chlamydia?
I mean,
He
like,
said Romania.
is it
Oh,
Romania?
okay,
I don't
okay.
know.
Who's that?
I don't think
Who
it
the
is.
fuck- is that Iraq?
Oh, there's
'Cause
France.
he's carrying Saddam.
No, vous français?
Who that?
Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Oh, I didn't see the flag.
Oh, it was
These
like
are
a
going
Swiss
so fast.
Oh, Brazil only got 10?
Yep.
Brazil
Finland?
not that bad.
That's
16.
Japan. That's Japan.
That's South
right?
Carolina.
No, that's
That's
South
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
That's South Carolina.
Others, that is
Carolina, but
South
Jesus Christ, you're off.
Hey, South Carolina's tariffing the fuck out of us.
You got tariff South
This
Carolina.
is a fun game. I don't know half of these fucking things.
The UK.
Do
Why
you
is
know
he
what-
He's Pakistan.
You know why? Because they're
You're
immigration.
Pakistani and
Osama.
They're immigration. That's why. That's what
yeah.
it
That's
Yeah,
just
man.
a really tan white.
is. Honorary white. Global Britain. That's what it said.
Right.
All right. Is this China? Why is China black?
Zimbabwe? No, it's not China. That's
Hey.
That looks
got
like
a-
China.
African
that's a-
country is
That's
that?
not a hammer. That's a machete. And
Oh, it's a
deer.
machete. Oh.
It's like the Congo or
They
something.
put their own little spin on it. I see.
Yeah, that's one of those African countries.
This is getting a little too
We're
long.
gonna do this
but-
whole video. Holy shit.
No,
I didn't know there was
I
this
can't-
many.
is
This
that-
is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, we got 137 countries.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You wanted to end it, and then it comes out with this banger.
No, that's why I wanted to end it. I
I'll
don't
keep it
wanna
going.
see
They
this
save the,
shit
they
on
save the
my
best for
screen.
last.
Yeah, let's see if they
Oh,
did.
God.
Who the fuck is this?
Australia, dude. It's like
I
a
get it,
kangaroo.
but
Oh, shit, Tim.
that-
Fucking kangaroo.
Hold
Uh-huh.
up. That's Tarif. That was Tarif Jackson right there.
There's
Welcome back.
China. There was China. You just passed China there. And
No,
No, he's going back.
Who the
And
fuck
that's
was
God
that?
There
damn.
we go.
Yeah. Who that though? Opium.
Yo, opium. Afghanistan. Afghanistan, bro.
Yeah.
Egypt.
Egypt. What the pyramids on the shoulders, dog?
Yeah. All right, they're going real fast now. Fuck.
Whoa,
What
whoa,
is
whoa,
Israel?
whoa, whoa. You just gonna skip
back to
Israel,
Israel.
like that?
I didn't do it. The video did it.
I,
This
that's
was
what I'm
all
talking
your
about.
fault.
You didn't want to be anti-Semitic.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
There
that's,
you go.
17%.
That's my
Making
favorite number.
Netanyahu
That's
look
more
like
than-
a
that's more
fucking
than some.
saint.
That's
Yeah,
my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah,
that's
number.
not Netanyahu.
But what's Israel making? What are they dishing out?
I mean, Argentina only got
War.
10.
War. Yeah.
yeah, well,
Financial assistance need.
Yeah. Halliburton.
Okay, hear me out.
we
Raytheon, Boeing.
set the interest rates.
Yeah.
The Israeli
banks.
weed brand Cocoon is actually really good. I'm not even joking.
What the hell is
What
this?
is it?
Oh, that's
In
Jim
America?
Cramer. That's Jim Cramer. Oh, shit. Buy Tesla. Do it. There's Pelosi and there's Vance.
Say thank you.
Oh, there's the Tesla one.
Tariff King.
Tariff King.
No, definitely not.
No,
Don't
that's what
ask
I'm
you.
saying, man. This is made by a lefty.
Oh,
It was
for
fun,
sure. It was fun. I had a good time. Very nice.
I love you boys. It's been a
Do you
great
like
ride.
Trump or something? Why are you so butthurt? Are your Heinekens getting to make you more nationalized? What's going on?
What?
South Carolina needs to pay for all these tariffs. That's all
South
I'm saying.
Carolina.
South
Tariff
Carolina's gonna pay.
people.
We're gonna get rich, and South Carolina gonna pay.
God
You know-
damn, South Carolina.
Florida, I'm gonna get with DeSantis. We're gonna start tariffing for our alligators. Fuck South
Hell
Carolina.
yeah. No,
No
none of
gators.
y'all get any more gators.
You ain't getting Gators. Go Gators,
Gators.
national champs, 2025 men's basketball national champion. Go Gators.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite
Damn
one.
gators.
All right,
Y'all gay.
next story.
Josh be butthurt because his team didn't win.
Okay.
Josh doesn't believe in college sports.
Yeah, I can't wait to have half of them come work for me in like 6 months.
All right, so Trump promises $1 trillion defense spending next year. Isn't
Fuck
that
yeah.
great? Isn't that
Help
great?
our greatest ally. Look at that with fucking Netanyahu.
Yeah, man, isn't that great?
And about
Matt,
the holding hands, you didn't see it. They cut that off afterwards, but they were holding hands after.
So let me get this straight.
yeah,
Doge came in and made all these cuts.
Uh-huh.
And instead of doing something good with that money, they just threw it all at Israel.
They did something good with it, Mitch. They threw it all at Israel.
you got
You don't care about assisting our greatest ally and friend in the entire universe, world, and, you know, in all of friendship and feelings?
Yeah.
I mean, Epstein was Mossad. What else you want me to say?
What? That is a awful anti-Semitic conspiracy
Yeah.
theory, Mitch.
Yeah,
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You're going to Guantanamo, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this
I'm
was the
calling
post.
Bobby Kennedy right now. You're going straight to Gitmo.
Oh, man.
Oh, Rob, did you kill my
I didn't get the
background?
anti-Semite vaccine.
Rob killed my background. Hold on, there it is. I fixed it. Okay. So Pete Hegseth here said, "Thank you, Mr. President. Coming soon, the first $1 trillion defense deposit." Blah, blah, blah. President Trump is rebuilding our military and fast. P.S. We need to spend every taxpayer dollar wisely on lethality and readiness. All right, so let's see. This was the clip he decided to share.
But despite that, we have a tremendous military. That was a very small portion because we rebuilt the military during my first term, and we have great things happening with our military. We also essentially approved a budget which is in the facility. You'll like to hear this, of $1 trillion, $1 trillion, and nobody's seen anything like it. We have to build our military, and we're very cost conscious, but the military is something that we have to build, and we have to be strong because you got a lot of bad forces out there.
Because I'm
now.
pissing a lot of people off, and I want to bomb everybody. You don't like tariffs? Fuck you. Here's a Tomahawk missile.
Woo! I mean, he flashback to the not State of the Union speech that he did. Well, no, it was his inauguration speech. He was like, Panama, we're taking back the canal. Canada, why don't you just come with us? Greenland, he did give like a very like militarized, militaristic centered speech then, and we're kind of seeing that now. My whole thing, and why, like, one of the reasons why I felt like people voted for him was because we would see an end to Russia-Ukraine. We haven't seen an end to that yet. He was like, within 20 days, I'll get it done, or whatever.
Well, because Putin's on top, and why should he give up?
Right. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is what Trump's saying, right? And this is why people are voting for him. And yet we get the biggest military budget ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to ask you guys, based on Josh's favorite chart right here, how much?
Damn, you're getting good at sneaking that in. I didn't even know that was coming.
I'm hurt now.
How much do you think our defense budget is right now? All right, well, we're going to increase it by 10% because it's $892 right now.
Damn.
So we're going to push that over $1 trillion. We're going to make that happen. It's going to be right on par with the interest on the debt. So that interest on debt's going to be a little bit more.
Well,
isn't that great?
The things you got to do to, make the whole world your bitch. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I did.
I mean,
go ahead.
Not trying to be funny here, but like, even if Trump is completely unserious about the whole Greenland thing and the whole Panama thing and the whole Canada thing and the whole Mexico thing and the whole everything, even if he's completely unserious about all of that, what does it look like from like an outside perspective to see him drop $1 trillion on the military with a guy like Hegseth in charge, and then just talk about how they're going to rebuild the military with lethality and efficiency?
Right.
It goes back to something I talked about in a prior show with...
And readiness. I had to look. Yeah, readiness.
And readiness, which is lethality and effectiveness, essentially. Digressing, though. Is what is the rest of the world actually going to do to stop the U.S. if it did do the Canada thing, did the Panama thing...
Or the Germany thing and declare war on the world? Yeah.
Did the everything, possibly. That's kind of, well, okay, well, a lot of people were mad at Trump that, okay, well, the war in Ukraine didn't end in 20 days. And actually, that has a lot to do with what Mitch said is, why would Putin want to negotiate with us when he's on top and he's holding all the cards, to use Trump's own phrasing?
Yeah.
Now, what has Putin, guys, been doing for years?
Kicking Zelensky's ass.
Yeah.
Longer than that.
I don't know. What has he been doing, Josh? Tell me.
Been building his military force.
This
is a guy who talks regular about, we're putting money into new planes, we're putting money into new ships, we're putting money into new nuclear devices and innovating our nuclear devices.
So
to reference the last show, his goal is 1.5 million soldiers by the end of 2026, which would be more than the U.S. military has right now.
So that would explain. People were arguing this before, that the war in Ukraine is never meant to be won. It was meant to bleed the Russian military as much as possible.
Right.
Like, just to kind of bleed them of resources and, lives.
Yeah, that's us. That was the neocons and shit saying like, yeah, as long as it's keeping Russia like it's making them draft their own citizens and their young kids and all that.
Yeah, the war is hurting Russia more than it's hurting us, even with all the money we're spending in Ukraine. That was their talking point. And so we have to hurt our enemy. It doesn't cost us anything but money. They're losing people. They're losing everything. Yeah.
Guys,
Machiavellian.
Russia is a big country. And Ukraine is a
little
small
country.
country.
Whoa.
So Russia invading Ukraine is bad.
Yeah. I mean, but Josh, you are kind of right because Russia developed the hypersonic missiles. China has the hypersonic missiles. The U.S. to like everyone's knowledge, when Russia dropped that shit, Iran got some of those too, because that's how they were able to hit that Air Force base through the Iron Dome so effectively. But with cluster bombs as well. So America's like, oh, we don't have the defense capabilities to stop this, let alone our hypersonic missile. But I think I've talked to several people in the military, and they're like, we're pretty fucking close. And I'm like, yeah, but why?
That's cute.
Why didn't we have it already? Because we're spending a lot of money, and we don't have a hypersonic missile. I would like a hypersonic missile just to be like, look at our hypersonic missile.
I don't want to cut you off here, Rob, but that hypersonic missile is all cute, and that sounds like some really super duper cool shit. And I'm glad that we're really close to getting one. But I don't think that when you're discussing this hypersonic missile nonsense, is that you're factoring in the Cobalt fucking torpedo that they developed. That explodes in the ocean, causes an artificial tsunami on par with like a 9 fucking Richter scale earthquake, and basically fucking floods, let's just hypothetically say in New York City with hundreds of millions of gallons of radioactive seawater.
Pull this shit up. I have not seen this.
Inhospitable for years, decades, hundreds of years. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I forget what it's like some kind of thorium or it's like a cobalt fucking like
Russian tsunami missile.
There we go. Something
that'll be it. I mean, if you type that in, you're gonna get it, right?
Probably, I would assume.
This is gonna be real cool. You're gonna play. Hopefully, is there a video on it? I want to see this.
Yeah, it looks like this.
Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade.
Yeah, I just had to buy I had to buy myself some time. I think I found it.
Good.
So that's the hypersonic missile, John. And yeah, that shit's fucking scary because
motherfucker fast.
Yeah, and how fast that shit is.
Wow.
Our anti-air artillery system has no time to compete.
Especially when it's fired from Cuba.
Yeah.
That too.
Miami,
I don't want to say it like that, but that too.
Yeah, that too. Do you think some of this budget goes towards defense here in the homeland, or do you think we're just going to spend all our money everywhere else?
Everywhere else.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
This one's called the Tornado missile. Maybe this was it.
Damn.
Russian BM-30 Smerch tornado missile launcher.
I feel like it would be shot out of a submarine, right?
Yeah,
That's
this
what I
is what they fired this into Ukraine, I guess.
I found it.
Okay, yeah, send it.
I hate how much cool shit war produces.
Dude, it's pretty cool.
It's so
That's what
fun to
I
watch.
hate.
These,
Like,
yeah.
it's so fucking cool.
Makes you want to join the army just for a
Yeah.
little bit.
I mean,
mean-
that guy has like less than a high school education, and they're like, shoot these bombs into Ukraine. And he's like, okay.
What?
I mean, shit.
Yeah, but what's the kaboom?
Jesus Christ.
That's a tornado? That's so sad. Where did you
Better
post it?
kaboom.
I see it.
Better
Go
kaboom.
kaboom.
You don't want to see
Go
the kaboom.
boom.
These are the oh my god. Well,
Newsweek?
That's not Nancy Pelosi. Her daughter or something. Let me see here.
Oh.
Russia made its first batch of nuclear-capable torpedoes. Shit! That are said to be so powerful they could cause radioactive ocean swells and huge tsunamis that could destroy coastal cities. Oh no! The Poseidon torpedoes. Oh, you guys. Oh boy.
Mhm.
Yeah. There is no nuclear weapon technology that doesn't pose a risk. Blah, blah, blah. In terms of impact of nuclear weapons in the ocean, the U.S. actually did a series of tests. Okay, is this the
The
video?
Bikini Atoll, yeah.
Here
That's
we
where
go.
they made Godzilla.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Here we go.
You're not wrong, Rob. That's why I'm not laughing. I've watched enough Godzilla movies to know where this leads.
I mean,
Movies.
it might show it here, but just you skipped over the best part.
Oh, did I?
Is that they talk about it? Is that
500. Yeah.
500-meter high tidal waves of radioactive seawater.
That's just meters, though. That's fake.
How many feet is in? Hey Tim, can you read the feet?
1640. 1640.
Holy shit!
That's some high waves there, Rob.
Oh my god!
That's about 164 stories, sir. Put that in perspective of a building.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a small. That's a very medium-sized skyscraper coming at you of radioactive nuclear seawater.
Water.
That's a lot of Gulf of America.
That is
Coming at you live.
It's a lot of
and
America.
radioactive.
Oh, man. I wanted to see what this video was. Let's see.
Другой вариант погрузить
Oh,
Британию.
God damn it. I got to read it.
Oh, what
guys.
he's got gum in his mouth or something? What's going on?
No, he's Russian. You fucking talk.
Another option is to plunge Britain into the depths of the sea using Russia's unmanned. Unmanned. Okay.
The Irishman in me doesn't exactly disagree.
Okay. Another option is to plunge Britain into the depths of the sea.
I want to
using-
hear.
You're
no, I
speaking
wanna
the
hear this
language,
man talking
Mr.
to
Russia.
Yeah, I want to hear this like evil fucking like James
Oh,
Bond.
damn.
Yeah, let him talk.
I will. I'll read over it. Okay.
I want to
Другой
hear.
вариант
Another-
погрузить Британию в морскую.
What? Then the audience has to read. You have to-
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
you,
fine, that's
you
fine, that's
can't
fine.
read, you retards.
Plunge
Another option is to
Погрузить
plunge
Британию
Britain
в
into the
пучину
depths of the sea
российский
using Russia's
подводный робот
unmanned
беспилотник
underwater
«Посейдон».
vehicle Poseidon.
Он приближается
Poseidon.
к цели
Target
на
at a depth
километровой
of 1
глубине
kilometer
со
at
скоростью
a
200
200
км в
kilometers
час.
per hour.
Нет
There is no
никакого
way
способа
of
остановить
stopping
этот
this
подводный
underwater
дрон.
drone.
Боеголовка на нем
Warhead
мощностью
has
до
a yield
100
of 100
мегатонн.
megatons.
Взрыв
The
этой
explosion of
термоядерной
this
торпеды у
thermonuclear
берегов
torpedo
Британии
by Britain's
поднимет
coastline will cause a
гигантскую волну,
gigantic
цунами
tsunami wave
высотой до
up to
500
500 meters high.
Такой водяной
Such a
шквал
barrage
является
alone
еще и носителем
Also carries
экстремальных
extreme
доз
doses of
радиации.
radiation.
Пройдя над
Having passed over the
британскими
British
островами, он
Isles,
превратит
it will
то, что от
turn
них
whatever might be
еще
left of
останется,
them
в радиоактивную
into a radioactive
пустыню,
desert,
надолго
unfit for
непригодную
anything for a
James
long
Bond
time.
shit.
Jesus Christ, dude.
What's the
Yeah.
name of like? Is Russia
And then
run
you
by a
wonder why
Mongol?
Trump just spent $1 trillion on the military. Because our enemies have weapons that could decimate entire coastlines.
So
I'm
they
ta-
say.
So they say.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you want to fuck around and find out though, Tim?
Yeah. It's
And
like,
that's
really
that
want-
I don't
May,
give a fuck.
that's May 22. It looks like, or March 22, whatever that said below that. Yeah, right
Oh.
there.
Yeah.
Ma-
May 1st,
May-
2022. Yeah.
Man, we are really close to May 1st, 2025. That's crazy. 3 years?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
It's not that a nuke couldn't already. They put it in an unmanned drone of a submarine to fire nuclear torpedoes.
Going 200 kilometers an hour, whatever that means.
Nautical miles per hour. Like, you have a drone. You have a small drone, probably about the size of like a Corolla, cruising through the water that's going to shoot out a torpedo probably about the size of a fucking PVC pipe that's going to blow up with 100 megatons force of TNT and irradiate all of the ocean water around it. And that ocean water is probably going to go into some kind of landmass. And we just are cool with that.
As long as it's not America, I don't give a shit.
So, listen, as long as 007 is on the case, I'm sure we'll be good.
Okay, so I asked...
James Bond will save
that
the day.
was why we needed $1 million. James Bond needed a $1 trillion budget.
So,
exactly. You think banging whores and gambling is easy?
No, it
costs
money.
I asked
Exactly.
I asked Braves AI to tell me examples of things that are 1,640 feet, just like this tsunami wave. Here are the examples it gave me. The Empire State Building. Okay. The Golden Gate Bridge.
Wow.
5.5 football fields or 5.5 Eiffel Towers.
That's a lot of Eiffel Towers.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah. No, it's Israel will save us though. It's okay. They're our greatest ally. They will definitely come.
They'll have our back.
They will come to our defense. Just
That's
as
why we're taking the
never...
Gaza Strip. America 2 is going to happen.
And you know what? When that day happens, when it becomes the Riviera of the Middle East that Trump said it would be, we will hold Swamp Con at the Gaza Strip, and we'll have Gaza strippers.
Mitch is paying. Well, we could get some black tourism. You know what I mean? We can get those cheap hotel rooms.
Whoa! It's called dark tourism.
Yeah, black dark. What's it?
Racist piece of shit.
Not racism. Why did you just automatically assume black people are cheap, Rob? That was a racist comment right there. You.
Speaking of, I wonder what dark tourism has been like in Tel Aviv.
Pretty dark, probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip the next one because it's more tariff stuff. I feel like we beat that dead horse. We're good on that.
That dead horse ain't dead yet, bro. There's still more bottom for that.
Yeah, we haven't found the bottom yet. That's true.
No, we still digging deep.
Oh, we have to play this one though, because this was
gotta play it. Yeah, that one for sure.
So stock markets today. Hong Kong's down, Taiwan's down, Japan's down. Okay, so it's not just America. Italy's down, Singapore.
This was today?
Yeah.
This is allegedly because of us. I think that was the point of this post.
Yeah, this was April 7th. So yeah, yesterday. Yep. Sweden, China, Switzerland, Germany, Spain, Netherlands, Australia, France, UK, all down 5+%. And here's Trump. Is everybody having a good time? Are we? Is everybody having a good time? Is it going well? Are you having fun yet? Yeah. No one's having a good time. We're all fucked. Thanks, Trump.
Those pants are so high, just like these tariffs. That is crazy. That's a crazy pants line. But, when you're golfing, you got to get the pants out of the way for sure.
Yeah, Josh likes to laugh at all the poors losing all their money, but it's me and Mario. We're struggling out here. 18K in the 401k.
Oh,
yeah.
18K in the 401k.
Yeah, Mitch will never have 18K in his life.
Oh, yeah, no, got nothing, none.
You should have put that money into more gold there, Big Sexy. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Get a better 401k. I'm not saying don't invest for your retirement, bro.
I got nothing.
Don't let that shit twisted. I'm just saying.
He put it in the Haktua. That's where he put all his
money.
I
lost it all in Haktua, unfortunately. I thought
that probably would be better than the stock market right now.
I thought Haktua was going to be the next Bitcoin, and you know what I mean? I threw everything into Haktua, so that's why I now have to go talk to a judge.
If you would have gotten Haktua on the ground floor and would have sold at the top
of course, you would have made so much money.
Yeah, you would have made a ton of money. You just misplayed the market. That's all. It ain't homegirl's fault. It's your fault.
Listen, I know that Cum Rocket is the way to go. That's going to be the next coin to take us to the moon. It's going to be cum rocket.
It was
Wrong.
Cum rocketing right to the moon.
as far
Rob
as
getting
crypto
angry.
goes,
Everything's like wrong.
Trump will do it.
McGregor had a coin. Did you see the real coin or whatever? He ended up pulling it and refunding everybody.
It's too fucking easy to make.
Pussy.
Yeah, he did. He hold on, I'm trying to find it real quick.
He just wanted to let you know that I could fuck you real good. I could fuck you real good.
Oh, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, this was his original post. I changed the fight game. I changed the whiskey game. Terrible whiskey. Changed the stout game. Never tried it. Now it's time to change the crypto. This is just the beginning. This is real.
Get real,
This is real.
Coco.
Yeah, I believe that they ended up pulling the whole thing though.
Get
They ended
real.
up
That was
refunding
probably
everybody.
smart because a lot of these things that people are doing eventually end up getting rug pulled by the people doing it. Basically, you have some person that comes to celebrity or very influential person. Hey, let me make this crypto for you. You saw it happen to Donald Trump. I could do it for you too.
Right.
And basically, they do it, and usually him or someone else involved in this ends up rug pulling the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So it's just like all these things are fucking stupid. These are all basically Chuck E. Cheese tokens that you people are fucking investing in and expecting to get gold.
Well, at least I get a super soaker if I have enough Chuck E. Cheese tokens. to
I
have
mean,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Your Chuck
Yeah.
E. Cheese tickets have more value than your 401k right now. Sorry.
What the super soaker?
What
Yeah,
really
so-
has a lot of value, man, is Egypt. You know, Egyptian money. That's where it's
There
at.
you go.
Yeah, there we go.
You actually have collector's value on that, so you're not totally wrong.
yeah, no. We
You
also
know
we,
what has
all,
a
we,
lot of-
oh, we also
Yeah.
got the Chinese dollar. What about that? What's that worth?
Oh,
It's
very
the
nice.
yuan.
It's about one.
Yuan?
It's worth about one.
Oh, $1.
Well, about yuan. About one.
Yeah.
It's actually the Dara.
The Dara.
$1.
The
What is
the
it
Chinese Dara worth about
Dara.
one. Oh, you bet me
I used to do that joke. I used to do that joke at open mic. I don't do it anymore. Like in my first year, I was like, "Do you hear China's changing the currency from the dollar to their currency?"
Yeah.
The Dara. It was so dumb.
Rob sold out. He doesn't do racist Chinese jokes anymore.
Boo! Rob became a woke comedian.
I know this isn't in reference to that, but she had such promise until she
Yeah,
sold
she
out.
Yeah.
Who did?
All right. Rob.
All right.
Rob's
Yeah.
the she. You missed it.
You-
Okay.
you are the
Anyway.
she.
Let me see. Segment 2. Immigration border control. Thanks, Grok. Supreme Court backs Trump's deportation powers. Ruling expands executive authority on deportation. Sparks debate over wartime's power limits. So yeah, Supreme Court upholds Trump's war power to deport Venezuelan gang members. Oh, great. Oh, wait.
Oh,
El
no.
Salvador, bitches.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. We're allowed to actually
I mean-
send all the gang members to
Yeah,
El
to
Salvador?
Guantanamo. No, we're sending them to Guantanamo.
Guantanamo?
even
Oh,
better.
my
Guantanamo?
God.
Waterboard their ass.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
I feel like you know how we always talk about like the FBI headquarters becoming a museum.
Yes.
I feel like Guantanamo Bay needs to become a resort.
Listen, Mitch, we don't talk about it. We were promised it. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't talk
Yeah.
about it. Cash Patel said he would do it, and he hasn't done it.
Listen.
Yeah, but Guantanamo has been turned to a resort for all these Venezuelan gang
There you
members
go.
so they can
Oh,
learn their
okay.
lesson. They got a one-way flight down the beautiful Cuban Guantanamo Bay. They're getting 3 hots and a cot in an all-inclusive resort paid for by the taxpayers of the United States of America. God damn, them motherfuckers are living better than I am. I'm out here going to work every day. I'm paying bills. I'm having to go to the grocery store and figure out, like, how the fuck am I going to afford eggs even though they're going down? And these guys are out here living the dream in paradise. Fucking
I always think of Harold and Kumar whenever I think of Guantanamo Bay.
Is it?
Sandwich.
Cock meat
worst
Yeah,
Kumar
dude.
3 cock
fucking
meat sandwiches a
idiot
day.
movie. Fuck, Rob. God,
That's
I
the one.
want to
Classic.
kill myself just thinking about that movie.
You
Oh,
like
that's a
you like
classic.
sucking dick? You like getting your dick sucked? Well, that makes you a hypocriticizer too. Okay.
It's a good. I haven't seen it in years. It's a good
That's
movie.
a great
though.
movie.
Yeah.
So the story is Supreme Court ruled Monday that Trump administration may use a wartime law power to deport alleged members of a foreign crime gang, but only if they are given the right to challenge that government's claim. By a 5-4 vote, the decision is a victory for Trump, a setback for federal judges who sought to check the president's power. The majority ruled in an unsigned opinion. Is that normal that they like vote like that and then they don't sign their opinions? That's kind of weird. Maybe they're afraid of like gang retaliation.
Don't care.
Said a group of alleged Venezuelan gang members facing deportation to El Salvador may appeal.
Abortion, dude. That's
they're getting
that's
abortion.
when you think.
Late term abortion.
Have a drink. Abortion.
Abortions. That's. Oh no!
That's what we really fuck deporting. We need to deport them.
We stumbled upon something way worse than regular abortion.
Yeah, abortion. Late term abortion.
Can you imagine Republicans making that argument? Like, no, abortions suck. Deportions perfectly fine. That baby should die.
Yeah.
Listen, all we're saying is we abort the fetus and then kick it over the border
Hey,
like a football.
Abort. It's called aborting.
Abort that bitch on 4th down. Just kick it on a field goal. Rob, like, no, don't say that shit.
Abortion. No, I'm writing this. I'm doing this. That might be a bad joke, but abortions.
I got the hiccups now. Here we go.
Surprisingly, abortion's not that high in the black community, but
All right. Hiccups are
man.
hitting. I can't even read the rest of this. The detainees' rights against summary removal are not currently in dispute, the court said. The detainees must receive notice after the notice of this order. What the fuck? They gotta vote on the amendment of the amendment to the motion before we can get to the actual
Wow,
motion.
they're just like us.
They're just like us.
What if God was one of us?
The notice must be afforded within reasonable time in such manner that will allow them to actually seek habeas relief in the proper venue before such removal occurs. What? So we got to put them in a place before we're able to deport them?
We can habeas these nuts. They shouldn't have came here illegally.
Well, maybe the place we could put them is this brand new resort we opened up called Guantanamo Bay. Real nice.
I mean, there's also the option of the lovely, the lovely sun down in El Salvador.
Yeah.
Private prisons.
Yeah.
You can get rid of your problems for a small fee.
$6,300 a month abortion? Oh no.
Abortions.
Oh, wow, guys.
Oh my god, that hurts a lot. Let me see. All of the links that Grok gave us to YouTube are dead, so we can't use any of those.
Oh, Elon, what are you doing?
It's Grok, not Grok.
Oh yeah, we got to stroke the goat to get the good ones.
Yeah, you didn't stroke the Grok right.
Well, some other stuff that's happening with immigrants. Here we go. Trump plans. Oh, here I didn't hit the right button. Trump plans to fine migrants $998 a day for failing to leave after their abortion orders. Oh no!
What's the significance? Why not just make it
1,000?
That's what I'm saying here. Like,
yeah.
What is the significance of 998 specifically?
It's like a discount, like the 90. It's not 99 cents. It's $1, but it's 99. So like 98 is even more of a discount. So we're going easy on them, is what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Actually,
these hiccups are killing me.
Wait, Tim, you just made a really a really interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually really funny now that I think about it. So when I used to work in retail as a manager, it was something I found out working in asset management was that when things go on clearance, you'll notice that they usually end in 98 cents.
Yeah.
That's the way that companies and businesses can tell that something's on clearance. They're trying to get rid of it when it goes on clearance.
Yeah. Well, we are trying to increase our abortions around here.
We are trying to increase abortions. So the $998 actually is a really funny like insider baseball thing. We put the immigrants, the illegals on clearance. We want to get rid of them. Take these immigrants out of here. This is your discounted charge for being here illegally. Yo, now the funnier thing will be if they up it to like something ending in a 7, because when you put anything into a 7 that's already on clearance, that means it's on final clearance.
Yeah. It's way done.
So this is actually, if you know like what's going on here, which Trump has run several retail businesses in the past. It's in his portfolio. The $9.98 thing, why is it not a solid 1,000? Why? Because he put them motherfuckers on clearance.
That's pretty good.
Symbolism is very important. That is. I mean, you could be hitting the head on the nail.
Yeah.
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
Maybe he is hitting the head on the nail. Who knows? Yeah, even inside Grok. Man, I wanted some of these videos. These are good. Okay, anyway.
Grok.
I mean, maybe ask Grok. Maybe ask Grok why
why you suck at your job.
Why are you gay?
Grok, you had one job.
And you fucking suck at it.
Yeah, there's more on the Mexican story. Here you go.
I'm down.
Yeah, I know you're down for this one. Trump administration weighs drone strikes on Mexican cartels.
Yeah. Our friendly neighbors to the south.
Administration has increased surveillance flights over Mexico as it tries to track the powerful cartels that dominate the fentanyl trade. These goddamn hiccups. Here we go. Let's see. Armed
drones are among the most precise and lethal weapon systems in the American arsenal. And tonight, 6 U.S. officials briefed on the matter tell NBC News the Trump administration is considering using drone strikes against the Mexican drug cartels that are importing deadly fentanyl into the United States. The officials told us no final decisions have been made, and they said the administration is hoping for Mexico's cooperation. But they say it has not ruled out unilateral action. Acting Drug Enforcement Administrator Derek Maltz told me in a text exchange this week that
motherfucker's in the group chat. Get him out.
All options should be on the table because drug cartels have killed more Americans than Al-Qaeda and ISIS. The Mexican president responding to our reporting today.
Nos coordinamos, colaboramos,
We've always said we do not agree. First, because we're not in agreement with any military intervention, she says, adding, it would not solve anything. President Trump paved the way for military action when his government designated Mexican drug cartels as terrorist organizations and authorized surveillance flights by the CIA over Mexico.
What can you tell us about the CIA drone flights over Mexico? Is this the next step in the war against the cartels?
Well, we're going to see.
We recently spent a day with the DEA in the Phoenix division, where 60% of the fentanyl enters the U.S.
So this is our drug vault.
And where a top DEA official says the new intelligence gathered by...
Whoa, hold on. That bitch got a drug vault?
Smash.
Oh, that's his drug vault right there.
Them are all drugs?
That's all drugs, bro.
Mitch, she looks Polish like you. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, fuck.
Something tribal going on.
Keep some genetic purity going on here.
DEA official says the new intelligence gathered by the CIA has been helping.
Good shit.
So now we get the intelligence community involved and the Department of Defense.
You said you would.
All of us
You're
working
doing
together.
Better before.
Listen, her
No,
pants
she
are
didn't.
off.
No, she looked.
No,
she
she
looks
didn't.
the
She's
exact same.
She probably looks better in this photo.
Yeah, that's better lighting too. That's not under fluorescent lighting. Yeah, just legalize it. You would
Target and eliminate the threat.
With tens of thousands of Americans dying each year from fentanyl coming in mostly from Mexico, the idea of American military action against drug cartels has long been contemplated. Even fictionalized in the 2015 film Sicario.
Oh, such a good movie.
Weapons free, my friend.
Thank you, Alvaro.
Drone strikes
Telling me
could
about
target
Sicario 1
cartel
and 2.
leaders, their security forces, and their manufacturing facilities. Similar to how the U.S. used Reaper drones in the Middle East and South Asia. This Taliban drug facility in Afghanistan destroyed in a split second by 4 500-pound guided bombs.
Pause. That is so fucked up because we literally helped them package poppy seeds and shit to make like opiates and like in Afghanistan. We're like, yeah, we're gonna help you, and then now we're gonna bomb you for the same thing. Like, this is from Afghanistan in 2018. A drug manufacturer. People are just making drugs in this place, and then we're like, you're gonna get drone struck.
Yeah, you understand why.
Yeah, so we can charge more for our drugs here. American-made drugs. We're gonna tariff their drugs anyway. So who cares?
Actually, kinda. Is fentanyl change? Actually, fentanyl changed the game. Being synthetic heroin, they didn't need the poppy fields or us to produce heroin organically.
Gotta eliminate the competition.
Yeah, the war in the war in the Middle East, boys and girls, was never a war for oil. It was a war for poppies. And if you don't understand why that's important, you're retarded and you don't understand why these wars happen to begin with.
America said, that's a nice poppy manufacturing facility you got there. Would be a shame if something happened to it, you know?
Jesus. Forget about those
fentanyl facilities now, boys. You don't need you no more.
Yeah.
But let's not forget about those minerals.
And some poor Afghani's trying to teach his kid how to chop up fentanyl in there and just blam.
Yeah, he was changing how to chop that dog food up, bro. Yeah, we in the fent game. We putting pills out on the streets, dog. These kids don't want to shoot dope in their butt. They want to pop perks. They want to get the blues.
Josh so dumb. Trump White House has asked U.S. military to develop options for Panama Canal. Fuck! We saw what we did in Afghanistan. You see what we want to do to Mexico? Panama Canal, you're next. Yeah!
Fuck you, Jimmy Carter.
Yeah. So let's get this one in.
I hate that it's all happening.
It's
all
all
at
happening.
once.
All the bad things you were worried
Everything
about.
we said we didn't want.
Yeah.
All at once, baby. Let's
In
go.
an NBC News exclusive, we're learning that the White House has directed the U.S. military to develop options for the United States to achieve President Trump's goal of, quote, reclaiming the Panama Canal, according to two U.S. officials familiar with the planning. Joining us now is NBC's Courtney Kube. Courtney, good morning. Tell me more about this.
Yeah, so this is something that President Trump has spoken very openly about. As you mentioned, he wants to reclaim the Panama Canal, which, of course, the United States turned over to Panama more than 25 years ago. This is all about an effort to deter China, Jose. So the U.S., the Trump administration, and frankly, some in the U.S. military believe that China is still trying to take control over parts of the canal. The concern is that if there is a conflict, China would try to exercise that any kind of control or any land or ownership that they have in Panama or of the canal.
Canal very much. We have a boat in your canal.
We'll wreck you to a reef. How about no? Boom, dead. Yeah. I don't know if we need to hear any more of this.
What's funny was the story was going away when BlackRock was trying to buy it, and then China just said, psych.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually what happened, was that basically Trump was like, if China doesn't sell its interest in the Panama Canal to an American company or to America, that we're going to take it back by force. And then BlackRock went into negotiations. Everything seemed all good, and at the last minute, China backed out of the deal, and BlackRock went, well, guess we're not buying it, Uncle Donald. And Uncle Donald went, don't you worry. We got
the fine patriots at BlackRock.
Motherfuckers.
We're going to be paying the fine patriots at Z military company to go down to Panama and handle business like they did in Afghanistan under a different name.
They already are.
Yeah, White House has directed U.S. military to draw up options to increase American troop presence in Panama to achieve President Trump's goal of reclaiming the Panama Canal. In a joint address to Congress last week, Trump said that to further enhance our national security, my administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal. Since then, officials have not said what reclaiming means. Are you guys retarded?
It means that BlackRock is about to get the Panama Canal black water.
BlackRock's getting the Panama Canal, damn it. The fine patriots at BlackRock who have never done anything terrible that we've ever complained about on this show.
Nope, that's why they're sending Blackwater to go do their work for them.
Exactly.
I'm glad Trump doesn't drink, because if he drank, can you imagine he just had too many Diet Cokes and he was like, fuck Panama, we're taking you up. And if he did drink, you wouldn't even hear about it. He'd be like the passive aggressive in your face. He'd be like, okay, all right. Boom. And just like the Afghani drug facility. Boom.
I need to follow this guy. The grandson of Larry Fink is a libertarian conspiracy guy.
What?
Who hates his own family? Ooh.
Hates his own family.
Based. Absolutely.
Next
based.
guest. Give me his name.
Gotta get this guy on.
I'm
Oh, man.
interested.
Yeah, he's definitely libertarian. Hates his own family. Less successful than his dad. Like, probably lives poor. Like, he's definitely a libertarian. He just probably is like 3 showers away from being a lifetime member of the party.
3 showers away. Yeah, I appreciate that. That was good.
We have to have some standards.
Oh, I wish we did.
3 showers a year, boys. Preferably all during convention weekend if you got to save them up.
Yeah, please. Thank God. Yeah, some more bad things Trump's doing. Trump says U.S. holding nuclear talks with Iran in surprise announcement. That would be good, actually.
That's just a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's bad.
Yeah, sorry, no. I just saw Iran and I assumed I saw Iran nuclear and I was like, war. We're going to war, boys.
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah. But yeah, apparently there's going to be some talks about the nuclear program. Trump said on Monday that the U.S. had been holding direct talks with Iran and that a very big meeting involving very high-level officials will be taking place this Saturday. Could you tell which parts were quoted? Said why it mattered. The Trump surprise announcement from Trump follows his repeated warnings that Iran must sign a new nuclear deal or face military strikes. Okay. The latest Iranian foreign minister, Abbas Araghchi, says that talks will take place in Oman and then confirmed that they will be high level. Okay, so I saw reporting earlier that said it was fake, but I guess the foreign prime minister is saying, yeah, no, this shit's happening and it will be high level.
High level. So how high level are we thinking, boys? Are we thinking like Rubio high level?
I don't know why
high level.
I don't know why Netanyahu's in the picture about Iran.
We know why.
Yeah, I mean,
let's be honest. We all know why.
We all know. We can't talk about it for fear of getting banned, but
I'll say it.
We know why.
Yeah, I'll say it. I've already canceled myself once in this episode.
I didn't catch it. You do a very bad job at canceling.
No one, yeah.
What, by saying
no one here can get canceled yet. No one here started anything yet. So
yeah, we're not anywhere.
We're not big enough to get canceled. Nobody cares.
There's no reason to care what's going on here.
Are you gonna say it?
I made a point to insulate myself in case we ever do go viral, though.
Are you gonna say anything?
No, he doesn't want to say anything like the Jews control the media or.
I said Epstein was Mossad.
Epstein Mossad isn't like even that controversial, bro. That's like.
You're getting deported.
Yeah,
you're deported.
Go back to South Carolina with a bunch of those
having
motherfucking
the
tariff
blacks
havers.
get abortions and convincing all of us to mix races, killing the white race.
Totally. I was gonna say something about Iran. Here's how high level I think it's gonna be. If we come away with a favorable deal, then he done said something to the supreme leader over there that we're not even aware of, because like right now I think Iran with the hypersonic missile capabilities from Russia, like we were talking about earlier, they kind of have the upper hand regionally. They can strike and pierce the Iron Dome if they want to. We've seen it happen. I mean, go check out Scott Ritter's X page. He did a whole video on how like Iran and their strike on that Air Force base was just kind of them letting Israel know, like, hey, we can fucking touch you through this Iron Dome. Like, it's not a big deal for us. So that's to me, that's what the public knows, is that they have the capability to fuck shit up. And if they walk away from the table not fucking shit up or not like escalating it somehow, then either they're reasonable or he told them something that we don't know.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna bring.
Go ahead.
You know what? Smartest thing he can do is same thing he did with the Taliban. Bring all of them to Camp David, sit them all down, give them a nice meal, have them have a nice time, and then go out and have them handed all satellite imagery of all of their personal houses, pictures of all of their families, just straight mob shit. And just basically the same thing he did to the Taliban leaders, where he was like, I know where all of you live. I know where your family lives. I know how to touch you and touch you very quickly. And this should be proof, if you guys don't believe me, that I can touch you. So if you can want to keep fucking around, you can do that and I can come touch you, or we can make a deal. And it could be in my favor.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
Bring them to Camp David. That's all I'm saying.
They
I
might
mean-
fuck around and find out, though. We'll see.
Yeah.
We
By the
might
way,
fuck around
speaking
and
of
find out.
that, I didn't confirm this earlier, but I saw something that we retook some Bagram Air Force Base in Afghanistan.
Bagram?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
pulled it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bagram, you know.
Whatever.
Taliban
Salami,
let us borrow
salami.
it back. We
Grog-
probably gave them
Grogram.
some money.
Yeah.
I wonder
Yeah,
why would we need Bagram Air Force Base back so bad all of a sudden?
Well,
Right by China.
Things
To,
to make you go,
Well, to Mitch's thing, you know, they didn't. We didn't take it back. They gave it back. Difference.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Gave it.
We
Yeah.
asked for it back and they gave it to us.
Okay.
Oh, it's kind of
Why?
like the
What was
CIA
the
has been
tariff
paying
on
the Taliban for fucking decades now.
What's our tariffs on the Taliban? Did that
You
work?
Yeah, what the fuck is the Taliban charging? I think it was
Yeah.
pretty much Afghanistan, whatever Afghanistan's tariffs were,
Yeah.
because they were in charge
kinda-
of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
No one knows. No one cares. Let me see. This is why I thought it was going to be bad. Pentagon prepares for Trump to go berserk. Berserk. Unprecedented
With a
number of
B2. Ba-bomb.
unprecedented number of
Bombing.
B-2 bombers amassed for Iran strike. There it is.
Strike.
It's these goddamn hiccups. Y'all made me laugh so hard. I got hiccups now.
Bombers out there in B2s. Oh my
Now,
god.
I said we need to drop those bombs on that Afghanistan.
All right, Lindsey Graham, calm down.
We will. You go back to South
Yeah.
Carolina.
From South
fucking-
Carolina with your ass, Lindsey.
Ah, South
Oh,
Carolina.
you want me to do the Lindsey Graham?
Why do you
Come on,
do that
let's
Lindsey
go
Graham
drop
so
some
good there,
bombs.
Mitch?
You don't want a
Why
South
do you do that so
Carolina
good?
tariff.
Lindsey Graham is a combination of stereotypical gay voice and Southern gentleman. That's how you do
Mitch.
that impression.
Mitch, read this story to prep this video.
In the largest single development in
He's got to look at his
stealth
sidekick
US
real
history,
quick. Hold up.
No, you're doing it wrong. I want to hear Lindsey Graham's faggot ass read this.
That's why I was reading it in the Lindsey Graham voice.
I'm sorry,
All right,
Rob
go
made
ahead.
it funny and I laughed.
In the largest single deployment of stealth bombers in U.S. history,
Wow.
the Pentagon has sent 6 B-2 Spirit aircraft to Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean. Oh, God, that's a nice place.
Why they need that many for just
I
one
love how
guy?
he stuttered over the
If you let me
Diego like
finish,
Lindsey probably
Robert.
would.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good touch. I liked it.
Diego. He's like, ooh,
Diego.
I remember
Diego. Oh, that's
Diego.
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 All right, keep going. There's a video.
Long-range bombers, which are uniquely suited to evade Iranian air defenses and can carry America's most potent bunker-busting weapons, flew in from Missouri last week in a little-noticed operation. Oh, my God.
All right,
Did
I
y'all
think
hear about this?
I think you have to enunciate the T's more on potent.
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 Bunker busting.
Yeah, but this is really good. Like, keep going, Mitch. Finish reading the
Yeah, finish
paragraph
strong.
here. This has been
The
beautiful.
B-2s carry out not just bombs, but a message to Iran. Do you see the sword? As one retired general said to Newsmax this week.
Do you see our
Wow.
sword?
I
We're
just
going to sword
imagine.
fight with Iran, is what we're
I'm
saying.
just dying laughing. I was like, Lindsey Graham walks into the room. Do you see my sword?
Oh, you got a bigger sword.
Oh boy,
Oh,
Diego
my.
had a big sword when I saw him last.
Yeah. So, oh my God.
That's the only
Oh,
explains
did
for
we
one
have a
guy's
sword fight?
Before I go to the video, Magoo makes a good point. Check the author's name again. Ken Klippenstein. Okay. We're going to go bomb Iran.
No, but it's on. Okay, yeah. Ken Klippenstein.
Yeah. Anyway.
I wonder what his.
Tyler
I wonder
Durden-
what his middle name is. Kevin.
Yeah. Sure.
KKK dude.
Oh, now I want to know. Now I want to know. Fuck
Now
you,
I
Rob.
gotta know.
No. Just.
All right. New contender. Let's go.
Buildup of U.S. bombers
Look.
now. Tell us what.
You think the strategy is obviously, the Houthis,
Why is this so
Yemen,
quiet?
terrorizing.
Yeah, man.
And there's the map that really clearly puts out where it is and the strategic point it sits
Oh, it's
Diego
about.
is such a strategic base, and we have moved a third
Oh, it's a
of
base.
our strategic bombers from the B-2 side there.
What?
We're sending a
is
message.
that like a man-made
This is
island?
a message of deterrence.
No.
There's 2 carrier strike groups.
So
But it
Diego
also gives the
Garcia
president
is a British
military option that
island
he can
that
actually
they
use
own that was technically part of India. And they kept it after the Indian independence movement there. And it's essentially used as a strategic air base that's shared jointly between the British and American militaries, which we used for a number of years, obviously, for bombing runs in Afghanistan and Iraq, as well as doing patrols on just shit in the Middle East in general. So, I mean, Diego Garcia, for those you conspiracy theories out there, is also where allegedly MH370, the Malaysian Airlines flight that disappeared over the Indian Ocean, some conspiracy theorists say that it was landed there and it was hijacked by the American government. For what reasons, I don't understand.
But the real ones know that they fucking teleported, okay? That's what happened.
Yeah, man.
You saw that
Wormhole.
video.
Yeah.
Black hole, just like Don Lemon said.
Saw that
Just
video.
like
I
Don
made
Lemon.
that video. Oh, that was bad. That was bad.
took me a
Don
second.
bad.
Lemon as a black hole because he's.
Yeah,
I got you.
terrible.
All right, fine.
Boo! Your joke was bad, and you should feel bad for it.
Yeah, I do.
This is the perfect time for Muhammad to pop up and say, "Whoopsies."
I should have hit that one. Yeah.
Did we get another puppet?
No.
There's 2 carrier strike
That was a
groups.
moon
But it
cricket.
also gives the president a military option that he can actually
Oh,
use these
oh,
weapons
oh,
against
no,
Iran
no,
if
no,
needed.
no.
We could go take, if we have a nuclear weapons program to eliminate, could be done. But what I think lends this self more to a deterrence package is the fact that all the bombers, they're not in hangars. They're underneath satellites where they can be photographed and seen. And the idea is, do you see our sword? Because we could use this sword if we need to.
Do you see our sword?
Do you
Fresh
see
from
my
South
sword?
Carolina.
Do you see my sword coming out of here from South Carolina? Man, you better get that fat ass back here, boy, because Chris, I'm going to give you all the loving your daddy never did.
Yeah.
This Barfo might be bringing up. Is this
Klippenstein
accurate?
is the guy that published the Vance dossier.
Dossier.
The disser.
Dossier. The Vance
KKK was
dossier?
on to something.
What, that
Yeah.
he fucked an Indian chick?
Yeah, what was in the dossier? What was in it?
The couch.
He likes Jeeps.
Oh, the couch, the cum couch.
No, that was in the book, right?
Oh, fucking the couch. That's crazy. This is the couch fucker guy.
I don't know if it's true.
I don't
or
know,
not,
that's
but I
that
want to
could be
believe.
fake news.
I want
wanna
to believe.
it now. No, I'm believing it now. I'm 100% in. The Vance couch story is absolutely real. So therefore, this absolutely has to be real. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Here's Braves AI. The J.D. Vance dossier is a 271-page research paper that the Trump campaign compiled to vet Vance as a potential running mate and includes detailed information on Vance's background, such as his public statements, media interviews, and blah, 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 blah. Couch.
Thank you. That's all
Higher
we need. We got the
taxes.
couch.
Yeah. I think this is that, though, because that's kind of... Or
What?
it was part of his book.
Was the couch hot though?
Wood.
How?
So it was leather.
It was a wooden couch. Okay.
Was this
Round.
like an American Pie situation?
I don't know.
Because that's all I can assume with the couch.
No, I think it was taken out of context. I don't think he actually fucked the couch. I mean,
I think he fucked
obviously
the couch.
everyone fucks couches.
I
every now and
mean,
then.
I think
I
Rob is
wouldn't-
covering for the
I
fact that he
wouldn't
fucked
judge
the
him
couch
if he
once
did.
upon a time too.
no,
Put his
okay.
dick right in between the
No,
cushions
no,
and
no,
fucked it.
no.
Listen,
No,
guys.
we
guys,
didn't have couches in our house. Actually,
Guys.
They were-
Guys.
we did the Japanese. We just sat on the
Guys.
floor.
What?
No
Guys.
couches.
In an
What?
era where the fleshlight exists,
Why fuck a couch?
Wi-Fi. No. A
Because
couch
you're
is
12
normal.
and
A
don't
couch
have
is
access to
normal.
a
That's
flashlight,
all.
man.
like,
What are you
the
talking
couch
about?
is already there, bro. It's not.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna ask you why you're getting a couch. Everybody's gonna ask you why you spent money on a fleshlight. Somebody's gonna see that. Somebody's gonna know you ordered a fleshlight. Whether it is the people at the fleshlight company or the mailman who already knows because he's seen this shit a million times, or whoever, the credit card processor people.
It is a
question what a couch is for. You're just sitting on the couch.
It is like a disturbing discovery. Like I had a roommate, and I don't remember why I went to his closet, but I went in his closet and I saw the fleshlight. As a man, I figure he's jerking off in the other room.
I thought you were saying you thought he came in
No,
your couch.
but something about knowing that he had a fleshlight just made it weird. Just made it weird.
That's why he washes dishes on Wednesdays.
Yeah, true.
When you're not in the house. That's how you clean those. Couches, if you go to reach in there to get the change, if you go to reach in the crevice to figure out the remote and it just ends up stuck to the couch, that's
just
when you know.
Crusty coming out. You already know.
He's paying all the rent that month. Let's see. Zelensky warns many Chinese soldiers are on Russian front lines as 2 were captured in their shock escalation. Chinese.
Oh my god! Oh.
Two Chinamen were seized by Ukrainian troops caught fighting alongside Kremlin forces, sparking fears of a new major escalation amid so-called peace talks.
Sorry.
Yeah. What's great is they have a picture of said Chinaman. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, no, wait. That's a Japanese guy.
You can't tell because they blurred it.
Well, that's the point. That's because it's always pixelated. All right, whatever. You guys didn't get the Japanese sex porn.
Tentacles.
That was a good joke. I'll stand on business on that joke. That's a Japanese
your joke
guy.
was
Is
bad,
funny.
and you should feel bad for.
That's him. That's him after surgery. They fixed his eyes.
They made him black.
I was about to say it looks like a black guy.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Anyway,
that's black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This looks like an AI generated picture, though. I don't know.
All right, I'll go back to the real Chinaman. Where is he at?
Where do you go?
There he is. Yeah. Okay.
No!
The face is blurred.
Yes,
How
Mitch.
are you
I know.
Korean?
Welcome to the conversation, Mitch.
Boo! Mitch, you suck.
I mean,
Ukrainian forces captured 2 Chinese prisoners fighting alongside Russian forces. President Zelensky revealed that there were many more China citizens now on the front and being added that his forces were investigating. He made the stunning announcement after vowing that his forces will drive Russia all the way back to where it came from. How is that a stunning statement? I feel like he said that before.
It's stunning because it's so brave. And it's
True.
brave
You're
because
right.
it's so stunning.
You're right.
It's stunning and brave there.
I'm an idiot. You're right. The leader made the declaration as he confirmed for the first time in Ukraine and made a second incursion into Russia, probing firmly into the border Belgrade region. Now is demanding explanation from Beijing after troops took 2 Chinese citizen prisoners.
I want to ask a question, but I'm scared I'm going to get in trouble for asking it.
No, you won't. What's up?
Go ahead.
Okay, so if
Have you ever fucked a China woman?
No.
Okay.
That's a gimme there, guys. If you ever
Okay.
fucked a China lady, you need to do it.
Well, the
Digressing,
couch
though.
was from China now.
That's not a China lady. That's a China couch. That's different.
Oh. Okay.
Like, cussy is not the same as pussy, which is not the same as bussy.
I call it cushy.
Cussy.
Cushy. I like
Cushy?
cushy
I
better
like
now.
cushy.
Cushy,
Yeah,
'cause
cushy's
cushions.
good. Yeah. Okay, we're going off the rails here.
If you go too hard at that cushy, you got to get it an abortion because you don't want that baby.
I can't deal with y'all. Well, let me ask a question real quick here. Now it's come back to me, and I don't
It's
want anybody to
trash,
get mad
man.
at me here. But you got Russia bringing in North Korean troops and Chinese troops, all these other troops allegedly. Why ain't Ukraine doing the same shit? Where's your French troops? Where's your British troops? These niggas will be sitting here talking about you're our greatest ally, like you're fucking Israel or some shit. Like EU's about to bend over backwards and suck your dick from the rear over shit.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you get French and Spanish people, Germany to come in and fight for you?
Yeah, where your
Like,
friends at?
Yeah, where your friends at? Like, Russia clearly got friends. China want to come over. They still cool. They doing the thing. North Korea want to help their boys out. You ain't got no boys. Oh, they just throwing bread at you and being like, yeah, bro, that's tragic. Here's $20. Like, what are you, some bum?
That's
You're
not a bro,
bum.
dude. That's not a bro. That's who we are. That's America. We're like, no, we'll pay for it, but I mean, I got a wife and kid. I ain't got shit. I got shit to do, bro. I can't be over there.
I think Ronan's on to something. It's all a conspiracy. Ukraine ordered takeout and kidnapped the delivery guy.
Oh no!
Oh, no! Very bad. No good.
Yeah.
I got the order.
Yeah, no,
wrong.
I mean, okay, so this is what I don't know. Is there like so in NATO, right? Everybody knows about Article 5 that if you attack one member of a NATO country, the other members retaliate. Is there any kind of rule or regulation about NATO members involving themselves in like a conflict? So like maybe there's no French troops there because the NATO alliance bars them from getting involved in active situations because it would automatically trigger Article 5. That would make sense, but I don't know if such a thing exists.
That makes too much sense, Tim. That
Yeah,
makes
so
too
it's
much
definitely
sense.
not in there.
Right, because there's some like
Uh,
loophole saying like we can fuck with you, but you can't fuck with us.
Hey,
yeah.
I got a great modern example. It's called fucking Iraqi freedom and the
Yeah.
war on terrorism. We went over there. We fought over there. They weren't,
But-
part of NATO. Most of NATO was involved. There was a coalition of NATO troops, actually.
But that's what I'm saying is like so like in Afghanistan, we fucked with Afghanistan, right? And then the NATO countries together said, fuck you, and went in. But if France goes in to Ukraine on behalf of Ukraine, they're kind of signing up the rest of NATO for a war that they didn't ask for.
No, because the same way they kind of went, all right, U.S., if you're going in there, we're going to join you. And it was a whole coalition force that went into Iraq and then Afghanistan.
A coalition force of NATO troops.
Yeah, and well, we didn't call it NATO troops because it was just an anti-terrorism coalition there. So they could legitimately do the same thing. Is they're going to be like, oh, we're going in for an conquest coalition. Like Russia's trying to, create a war of conquest in the Ukraine, and we're gonna fight back. They could even call them terrorists. Like terrorism doesn't mean shit anymore. It's it's like Nazi or fucking racist. It doesn't mean shit no more. Oh, today we designated Russia as a terrorist. The Russian government is a terrorist organization, and therefore we're going to send troops to Ukraine to defend them against terrorist operations going on currently in the Ukraine. Shit, they could just say that it's a terrorist act that's going on in the Ukraine, and they're sending troops to defend their fucking allies. They don't need to do any of that there. It's not going to involve us in NATO. That's why they're not letting the Ukraine into NATO. But that's also why France and Germany and Britain are telling their people, hey, start stocking up on rations. Be prepared. We're probably going to war. Like, be ready to deal with 72 hours of no power, no food, no nothing. It's because the reality is that if we legitimately were to pull out our support and they were to go in and do what I'm saying here, that they're going to drag people in because they're going to have to recruit more people to go into their military. And they're going to have to pay for it, which means, guess what? All those social welfare programs that the Europeans do, because we're not subsidizing their fucking defense anymore.
Yeah.
So right now it's saying that I just chat GPT'd it, and it's saying that because Ukraine specifically isn't a NATO member technically, then it wouldn't trigger Article 5.
Even
Right.
if French troops?
I guess that's what ChatGPT is trying to say. Maybe it's being stupid right now because
Yeah.
like if it's the French troops
Ask
in Ukraine.
Groke will stroke.
Yeah, we Groke the whole show. Maybe I'll ask Groke. I don't know, but that's just the quick one. It'd be no.
Yeah, it doesn't trigger. Yeah.
OpenAI's a bitch.
I was kind of thinking like, if the Grove Street gang and the Vargos had an alliance and, we decided to go team up and hit some ballers together, it's not really a sanctioned hit, so it doesn't trigger an actual gang war, but, we can still squabble. It's all good. That's the way my brain interpreted it.
Yeah. Looking at like this as San Andreas, I get it.
Makes sense now.
Yeah.
I want Josh to be here for this next one because I got two things for Josh, really. How much...
Problem is Trump is trying to play Vice City where he wants to take over and create an empire.
Yeah. Rob, how about you answer this question first and then we'll get Josh. How much would it cost?
I don't want to say because I bet Ronan's. Ronan. Here's what Ronan did.
He has
He
the
saw-
one.
He saw his 401k going down. He cashed out early and was like, "Ooh, I can spend some of this on super chats." And now he's like, "I have $10,000 for Rob to shave his
Well,
beard."
maybe you should ask for 10,000. I don't know.
I have no. Yeah. I have no like.
Tits are
chin.
paid off.
It looks terrible, and
The tits are paid off. Yeah.
I'm fat, so I got the double chin too, and I like record myself on social media and stuff. I don't want to not have a beard.
Josh,
No amount of no.
how much money to cut your beard?
Oh man, hold on. I gotta confer on this.
I'm gonna say a good $23,000.
Hey, Lar.
Oh, wait, shut up.
I don't know.
He's considering
I
it.
gotta ask the question.
He's considering it. I wish I could.
No
turn
money
Josh
on
up.
earth. She said no money on earth.
Is that what she said? I can't.
Laura, think of the greater good.
You got a baby on the way. You need to
Yeah,
feed that
baby
child.
on the way.
Josh.
You got a kids, man.
Josh, before you answer, consider this. You have a child on the way. All right, go.
I have a child already here.
Yeah,
so this is just
yeah, we
telling
don't
me
care
we're
about
not
it.
paying
We don't care
attention
about
to
him.
Shit.
Yeah.
Tim's not paying attention. You got kids, just like Heath Slater.
I do got kids. I was informed that there would be no amount of money that would be acceptable.
Right.
Boo.
I heard her say. She said, "What?"
It was like, the what? No. Oh, she's mad that it's like this right now. It used to be way longer, but like my job made me cut it back because that's not professional, and she's super pissed about that still.
What is it? What is it about? Like, what is it with women and hair? Because like I used to have really long hair, and Brandy yells at me all the time that I cut my hair off. It used to be like 2 feet long, and she's like pissed. She's like, "You lied to me. You're not the man I married." Says a bunch of shit like that. What is it about women and hair?
It makes
I don't
sense why
understand.
she'd love pegging you then, because she could.
Fuck you, bitch. That was a good one. Fuck you.
Got him!
Well, hey, Rob, keep it rolling because our next story. Yeah.
What are we doing right now?
Listen, the serious part of the show is over. Okay, we're gonna talk about
There
vibrators
was a serious
now.
part to the show? Whoa, hold up. When did I miss the serious part of the show?
Can't believe Brooke did this.
Well, I kind of told it to. So yeah, there's a Texas lawmaker, Senator Angela Paxton, Ken Paxton's wife, continues the Republican
Who's Ken
war
Paxton?
against masturbation.
Masturbation.
The real problem.
Yeah. Ken
Have
Paxton.
sex like normal people, you fucking weirdo Gen Zers.
Ken Paxton is the Attorney General in Texas. Texas AG's
Texas.
wife. Yeah,
Oh,
Texas
there you
AG's
go.
wife. Says,
Texas is just fucking weird.
yeah, let me see. Get some more information on this. Like the sex-focused bills that have come before, this bill claims to hone in on the protection of minors by regulating the online sale of, quote, obscene devices to those under 18. Texas Penal Code, an obscene device is qualified as a device including a dildo or artificial vagina designed to marketed as useful primarily for the stimulation of human genital organs. So your fleshlights are included as well, not just vibrating.
Terrible.
Yeah.
No one is safe.
Listen,
Good for Angela.
we got to protect the kids. We got to get rid of the vibrators. We got to get rid of the fleshlights. The bill ignores an immutable truth, however. Texans use sex toys for a plethora of pleasurable purposes. Okay, that's a sentence right there.
I thought they were going to say like
Kids,
practical,
though.
practical
What does that have to do
uses,
with
like on the
kids?
farm.
Yeah, according to research study conducted by WeVibe, oh my God, only 34% of Texans own a sex toy, but 77% masturbate to relieve stress. This is what we're spending our money on. How many people masturbate?
Look, WeVibe is a private company. This is private research.
I
done
bet
with-
they got USAID funding.
Yeah, they
100%.
might have. But my question is that what does this have to do with children? Like, the bill is
Yeah.
supposed to protect children and keep
Yeah.
you from selling it to children under 18.
Yeah.
And you're talking about, well, plenty of Texans use the sex toys for a variety of pleasurable experiences. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm sure
Yeah.
all of those Texans are probably you're talking to over the age of 18 and are adults and have no impact by this bill. And
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in here about how the children are being affected. Texas age verification law robs internet users of anonymity. There's a lot of complaints that says this is stupid, but there's nothing that says how this protects children other than it prevents them from buying sex toys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, if anything, I don't know. I guess obviously you can ask for ID and stuff like that, but children are usually using like Amazon account, their parents' Amazon accounts or something like that. But I don't know. I feel like you'd be aware of shit coming in the package if you're a parent.
So-
You should be aware of shit like that.
So I'll get a little personal here, a little anecdotal. When I was in high school and first year or two of college, I worked for Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah.
You don't say.
I don't.
Everyone
say, but
knows.
I do.
Everyone knows who they are and what they do.
Everybody knows Spencer's Gifts. I don't need it.
sure.
Pop culture phenomenon.
Yeah.
So I remember, not only did I work for Spencer's Gifts, but I worked for their flagship store 20 minutes down the road from our corporate global office.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Fun times. Digressing. So I remember telling a guy that he couldn't bring his 2-year-old back in the adult section, and he got mad at me over that and called corporate and filed a complaint. And just to give you guys some insight, the guy who is the head of HR, still to this day for Spencer's Gifts, called my store, had my manager put me on the phone, and explained to me how I was wrong in what I did to keep that child out of that adult section, and that we do not regulate our customers' activities, nor do we stop anybody, regardless of age, from purchasing any kind of back massagers that we may sell.
Oh, God.
Back massagers, okay.
And
Yes,
exactly,
back
that was like literally, I laughed at him. I was like, really? A back massager? He's like, yes, that's what we don't, he's like, we sell back massage. He's like, we sell massagers. That is what they are. There is nothing against the law from selling a 12-year-old a massager. I was like, you're really telling me right now there is nothing wrong with selling a 12-year-old a massager? And he was like, no, nothing at all. Like, there's nothing wrong with that there. If you think that there's something wrong with that, Josh, you should probably not work for this company. Needless to say, I don't work for that company no more. But that just, it's the same thing. You go to Walmart and right next to the fucking toothpaste, there's a fucking vibrator there, and guarantee you, if that 12-year-old picks it up and goes to the self-checkout, do you think fucking Consuelo standing there making fucking $7.25 an hour in Arkansas is gonna stop that? In fucking Houston is gonna stop that girl? No. They're gonna let her walk. That kid? No. That's exactly.
But they will if it passes in Texas, because Walmart was specifically mentioned. I'm trying to find it now.
Oh,
But
crazy.
but they were saying if this bill passes, you'll have to show ID. You'll have to confirm your identity to be able to buy any kind of. I guess I wonder if that would happen, because there are like legit back massagers and legit foot massagers. I wonder if you'd have
and
to.
they look like legit back massagers and foot massagers.
Yeah.
They don't look like a fucking throbbing veiny cock.
True. Yeah.
You're telling me the Thor big dick dildo isn't a back massager?
No, I'm telling you that the Great American Scream Machine is not a novelty toy.
This one's a rose.
It is not. I promise you that is not a rose.
Yeah,
That is gonna make your girlfriend leave you within the next 2 months.
I mean, I remember being a kid and being told, like, at a Spencer's, like, hey, you guys shouldn't be in this section or whatever, like that, you know? I feel like it's one of those things where if your states are doing this, like, and you don't like it, just move to California or some shit.
I mean, it really depends on which Spencer's, because the one I was at recently, when I was there was someone with their kid in the back, and I kind of looked over like, the fuck?
I've seen that
So,
too.
like,
I've seen that
really
at
just
Spencer's as
depends.
well. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I know. That's where, like, there's something wrong with people nowadays. Like, something wrong with adults. Like, I know I've been in the Spencer's. I know I keep my kid purposely away from that section as a former employee of the company. I know what it is, and I know what they sell, and I'm not ignorant to it. It's just like the weed shit there. Like, my kid, you know, a little bit different times, but, you know, I'm still not here like, oh, yeah, weed's great, bud. Smoke a fucking joint. Like, no, like, I'm obviously a cannabis advocate, but there's certain things that, like, you gotta, as a parent, understand are not appropriate. And even if you can be a degenerate adult, that's fine. And that's cool if you're being a degenerate adult in an adult time with other adults. But as soon as you start involving kids, shit gets weird and it gets wrong, and wood chippers start needing to get fired up.
100%. Yeah, the libertines can stay in their four walls. We'll make them metal if needed.
But like, is IDing the right thing too? Because like, I don't know, shouldn't the position be like maybe more so parents? You have a responsibility. You know, we're not going to make a law over that responsibility.
In like a perfect world, sure, but you know,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and give a controversial answer here. Is that you should allow for the business and its employees that use their own discretion. If I have somebody come up to the counter, and I worked at Spencer's Gifts again, and they're obviously in their 40s or 50s and they're buying a butt plug, I'm probably going to sell them the butt plug. If they're coming in and they clearly look like they're 12 or 13 with all of their 12 or 13-year-old friends, because you know they travel in packs at the mall, I'm probably going to tell little fucking Susie, keep it pushing, girl. I ain't selling you no fucking light-up butt plug for your TikTok videos.
Right. But who gets to do the IDing? Because the lady at the gas station IDs me when I'm looking old, like I got this beard and stuff like that. You know, I've seen people, like, she's going to ID me when I go buy my butt plugs. I don't want that. Be like, 3 butt plugs. You're going to need 3 IDs.
The only reason I got a Florida ID is I got sick of the 7-Eleven by my house rejecting me to buy blunts because my New Jersey ID was expired by like 5 fucking years. And they're like, you can't use this. It's expired. I'm like, bitch,
that means
my
I'm
birthday
old.
Don't expire.
No, I think Josh is onto something. You know, leave it at the discretion of the store owner, because you know, like if you go to a bar, right, and you get too drunk, the bartender could cut you off. It's not, you don't have a right to alcohol. You don't have a right to sit at the bar and order a drink.
Butt plug is a privilege, like Tim
That's
said.
right. Yeah, that's right.
I agree with that.
Dildos are privileged.
I agree. I would agree with that.
Here, I want to play this not funny man and see if he can break it down.
There have been hundreds of cases of measles in Texas, but the state legislature is
Jimmy
focused
Kimmel
on
was on
more
the Man
important
Show?
things. They're working to pass a
When he was
bill
a man?
that would
That's a great
require
show.
Texans to show
Before he
photo
got
ID
castrated,
in
I
order
know.
to purchase sex toys. The bill, SB 3003, which kind of looks like boobs if you look at it the right way. State Senator Angela Paxton, who's the wife of State Attorney
Oh, here you go.
General
New
Ken
contender.
Paxton. She came up with this after she looked in his sock drawer. And this is Mrs. Paxton
There you
seen
go.
here asking, you put
Yeah,
a what? You would?
She kind of looked like a turtle, the sea turtle.
I'll get
the
you.
bill
Hold that
does
beautiful
is
being
it
footage back there,
classifies
Tim. I want to take
sex
another
toy.
look at that. Pretty
I was gonna get some better pictures.
Even better.
Oh, her name's Angela. Barfo's gonna come. Angela Paxton.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah, we got to go to.
I missed that.
That's your
I missed
prop.
that.
You're gonna have it. Don't worry. Once the
Sorry,
end comes up,
Joey's in the chat making fun of my hair right now, so I was like, what about my hair? And then I missed that one.
All right, so here we go. Here's some Angela Paxton. We'll get you some.
I would absolutely
Oh
smash.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, give me that one with the glasses right there, with the hand on her.
Okay,
chin.
here we go. Hold on.
Yeah,
hold
blow
on.
that shit up for me. I need a full
I got
screen.
you. I got you.
Oh yeah, let me get that look from
I'm
across
mad
the
at you.
room in the bed, lingerie.
I heard what you said about. I heard what you said about South Carolina. I'm gonna show you how it goes.
Lindsey Graham. Yeah,
Mhm.
he
There's
fagged.
an underwear tariff in this bedroom.
Oh, she she looks like she's doing well for herself. Like this is apparently another picture of her. She was doing a little worse there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
yeah,
would.
this is way better.
No.
So I'm still not dissuaded.
I'm not. Yeah, no. That she can keep as long as she keeps the glasses on. I'm all in. Like, fuck it, all in.
Oh look, Mitch, here. This'll get your rocks off. Apparently, apparently she's a sitarist too.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
here you go.
And she's
She's a
looking hot in that
guitarist?
picture.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You got it.
A chick who can play guitar is oddly hot. Yeah.
Mrs. Paxton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus loves you more than you could know, and so will I if you let me.
Amen.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway,
She's
so that
gonna
was-
need our IDs for this
Whoa.
conversation, gentlemen.
Wow, I'm just disappointed. I'm reading in the chat the man show was always retarded. That is a lie.
If you don't like bitches on trampolines, get the
yeah,
fuck
you're
out.
gay. Ziggy zaggy, oi, 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 fuckers.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. This man show with Doug Stanhope and Adam and Joe Rogan was great.
All right.
Okay.
So we got you.
Moving along.
We got you at
The
full
one person to say that.
I got Mitch at full faggotry.
we got you at full attention, and now I'm gonna kill your boner. Are you ready?
Oh no.
Oh no.
The all-male women's pool final.
Pre-op or post-op?
Roar.
Oh, see, there we go. Josh's liberal gayness is coming out again.
You know,
Okay,
I'm
but
gonna hit him
what-
with the quagmire. Well,
I am
wait,
man.
wait.
Hear me roar. As men, we need to embrace that we are kicking ass at women's sports.
True. You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
Yeah, we're so good. We just dominated women's sports too.
Yeah.
I think that's a Bill Burr joke. He's like, men are so good
Yeah,
at everything that we got Woman of the Year the first year being a woman. Yeah. It was
What
great.
league though? This seems like I feel like this isn't gonna be like a
It's
big pool
fucking
league, you know.
pool, bro. It's like professional pool. Whatever the fucking professional pool league.
But this has got to be like the
you know what, though,
like the
Rob?
farm league. It's got to be like the farm league of professional pool.
This is what the end of trans ideology looks like. An all-male final of women's pool championship last night. The UK's Ultimate Pool Women Pro Series event 2. Okay.
That sounds like ESPN the Ocho shit. That's all I'm saying.
When is pool not ESPN the Ocho shit, my guy? Come on.
But this
Pool-
is
I
like
mean, I could pool's
this is
pool's
the
big.
this
I
is
like-
this
think
is
pool's
the
big.
the Nueve. This is a step lower than the
Nueve.
Ocho.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
also can we just take a moment to appreciate how almost like 30 years later, ESPN the Ocho and Dodgeball have given us this pop culture reference that will never die.
Yeah, Nicole's right here. Yeah, it was the UK. Yeah,
Which is like a
Old
neighborhood.
strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him.
bro, Josh, that's gonna be me and you at the LPF convention. Hector's gonna go up on stage, and we're gonna be like, "That's a bold strategy, Cotton." See if it works.
Let's see how it works out. Hector's gonna get booed off stage. I'm gonna be like, Hector, I told you you're gonna get booed off stage, bro. I love you, but
He's
you
like,
gotta
"Yeah, but I
stop."
like that shit. I like it." Yeah. Last night the women's. I can't even say this. The last night the UK's Ultimate Pool Women's Pro Series event 2. It's the second. It's not even the first. In Wigan it's in Wigan. Had its final match. Every line of this story is terrible.
Oh, it's in Wigan, dude. Wigan, New York City.
Oh, where like it gets less serious as we
So
get
huge.
a little along.
That's what I'm
Every
saying, like-
sentence is less.
And then the other story that they
Listen.
were trying to push on me this week was disc golf. I don't give a fuck who won in disc golf, dude.
What? You don't care
Yeah.
about frisbee golf, bro? A very real and legitimate, not soy boy sport.
No, no, not at all. I don't care about disc golf.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Well, you'll love the next line. This women's
golf's
pool
great.
event wouldn't ordinarily have grabbed headlines.
Really? What made it grab these headlines, Tim? Please enlighten me.
Well, in the women's
Awesomeness
tournament,
of men.
in
That's what did it.
in this year there were no women in the final.
Wow.
Bros.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
We're doing it, bros.
Oh shit, Piers Morgan had something to say about this. What
I
did
bet he
say?
did.
That motherfucker's getting it, dude. What do you say? Piers
He-
Morgan.
I love the segments. He's doing
Piers
great.
Morgan slammed the Ultimate Pool group after 2 transgender women. Don't worry about it. Contested.
Slam them.
Calling the situation preposterous.
Did he
accusing
slam
the
them at the
sports
same
of
time or
cheating
like
bullshit.
individually?
Bullshitty, ridiculous, and grossly wrong in every way. And said sports hates their female players to end up doing this.
Is there a video of Piers Morgan?
No, it was
saying
all
this?
it was all an X post. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna use the word bullshitty now. That's great.
Guys,
Yeah.
listen, is there a way we can bet on trans athletes when they're going against biological women?
You
I
should
feel like
Sure,
that's
FanDuel will let you bet on it.
You know,
If not,
Hard
DraftKings
Rock.
will.
Hard Rock won't let you do it, but you know who will? Bob's Pelt. Come on into Bob's Pelt. You can trade your sports bets, XY, XXY. Hell, I'll take an AB. And then you get a pelt, and then you can trade it back for something else.
Pelt's gonna be worth some money one day, boys. Let me tell you what: bear pelts, coon pelts, wolf
You can get-
pelts.
You can get pelts.
I got possum pelts.
You get pelts, or you can get something else. You know.
You can get whatever you like. You got pelts, what
I
I'm
think we
saying.
found the motto. I think we found the motto. No. Just pelts, dude. We can't be dipping into something else. We spread ourselves too thin.
If
Not
you don't
as
like
thin as
pelts, well, you can get something else. That's it.
We got pelts and something else.
Pelts and belts, dude. You gotta have pelts and belts, dude.
Pelts
Bob's
and belts.
pelts and belts.
Yeah, man.
I'm
I
gonna throw a
don't-
belt on there.
Listen, guys, we're out of Groke stories, so we're good to go. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, there's more. Oh, we didn't get to the dire wolves. Oh, my bad.
Oh, the wolves.
Oh, 2 more stories. Okay, yeah.
Guys, unfortunately, the wolves have been killed. Dr. Fauci saw to that. They're extinct.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Oh,
I was wondering where you were
Fauci
going.
got
Fuck
the
you.
dogs.
No, he just put
Yeah.
a bunch of fleas on him and worms and shit.
He's
No,
like,
he
yeah,
just-
we gotta take out these experiments. You see, how else will we know what happens to dire wolves when we let flies eat at their eyes?
Oh, I heard they just had Haitians adopt them, and you know.
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
there
real-
we go. There we go.
If I fuck the dire wolf in the ass and it vibrates, is that a sex toy that I need to get an ID for? Super dark. I'm sorry. Scientists say that they revived the dire wolf through biotech companies' de-extinction process. It's kind of like the abortions, but it's the de-extinctions.
Distinction.
There's something there, Rob. You got to add that to it. Debortions and de-extinctions. There's something there.
Oh no.
There's something.
Play
there.
around with it.
Rob, Josh is dead. All right, let's go ahead and play this clip. Let's see what's going on. Good morning, fake Tracy Morgan.
Now on GMA with a comeback some 13,000 years in the making, researchers have bred a trio of gray wolf pups that carry genes from the dire wolves, a species of giant canines.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait, hold up. You know, girls are gonna be like, I want one, and then they're gonna be like, they're gonna make so many dire wolves because bitches are gonna be into it.
All right, two
Oh my
things.
god, it's so cute, babe! I need to get one of these dire wolves.
But it's fluffy.
But this fucking lawyerly language here. First, she's talking about comebacks to fucking throw me off, and then she says,
Yeah, it's gray wolf infused. I'll explain.
That's
in a
right.
second.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
on.
Now on
It's not
GMA
real.
with a comeback some
Yeah.
So, you want me to
13,000
explain real
years in the
quickly what
making.
that
No, I want you to do
Researchers
it
have bred
after.
a trio of
All right, we'll
gray
do it.
wolf pups that carry genes from the dire wolves, a species of giant canines that once roamed the earth. Ginger is back with an exclusive look inside the laboratory where it all happened. And Ginger, this is Jurassic Park meets Game of Thrones, as you said.
Yes, more than a year ago, Rebecca, you know this, I started talking to this group because they call themselves a de-extinction company, and that piqued my interest because they're promising to bring back the woolly mammoth by 2028.
Let's
A
go.
few weeks ago, we signed NDAs and learned
Bob's
what
Pelt's
they
about to
called
be
their
poppin'.
first big de-extinction success. As soon as we got on the call, they said, have you ever seen Game of Thrones? Because we brought back the dire wolf.
Okay, I'm not playing that. Go ahead, Mitch. Explain what's going on.
Oh,
So-
get us YouTube.
You remember how several episodes ago, I brought this stuff up with like the mammoths and the Tasmanian tiger and all that, and I wondered, with all this money and backing, where the fuck are all these all these animals? And so basically, to produce them, you need to find relatives that are still alive in the gene pool, and basically create embryos that are modified in a way that they're closer to those older relatives. So yes, these are technically gray wolves, but they're very close to what dire wolves are. Technically, they aren't dire wolves in a way. They're a completely different thing.
They're a hybrid.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
It's like Jurassic Park, like Jurassic World.
And with mammoths, they're basically, of course, they have to work with elephants with that. With the Tasmanian tiger, that's a trickier one because it's like, what the fuck even exists, which even is close to this?
I don't like it. Don't like it.
Apparently, this.
I'm all for it. Fuck yeah, let's conquer
Fucking
nature.
chimeras, man. This is how you get homunculi. You know how, like, y'all ever seen Full Metal Alchemist? This is how we end up with homunculi, bro.
No, because I don't watch anime, because I'm not a fucking weeb.
Yeah, true.
You better start being a weeb, bro, because if not, you ain't gonna learn about how you get fucking homunculi.
You're getting robo-AIDS.
Don't worry.
You're
No,
getting
I can hear him
fucking
fine.
chimera homunculi villains in your life. That's what you're gonna get.
I can hear him fine, but your Weebly is going to get tariffs. But here, apparently the same company made the colossal woolly mouse. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the closest thing to the mammoth.
What?
No, it's not.
What?
The elephant is the closest thing to a mammoth, dumbass.
They're trying to recreate the mammoth in this.
I understand. And
It's
you
an
said
elephant.
The woolly Tim, the woolly mouse. How do you feel about the woolly mouse?
I'm just pissed. It's like
the cousin of the mammoth.
you have the dire wolf and then you have the chihuahua, and it's like, you see what they've done to you? And you took the woolly mammoth and you made it a fucking mouse. That's how I feel
Remember
about
what
it.
they took from you.
Yeah.
But look at its little tusks.
We're getting
my
there.
armor.
That's just like them playing around with all that shit where animal rights activists would go insane.
I don't care. You know what? Here you go.
I don't care either. That's my point.
Peter,
No.
listen to me.
You're-
I want
You're
to
just gonna get
recreate
homunculus, is
the
what
woolly
it
mammoth.
is.
I want to kill it and I want to eat it. Okay?
Thank you, Tim. You're with me.
That's
I'm
what I want.
exactly with you, bro.
This is how
Like,
we end up with
listen,
homunculi.
Leighton wants us to go out to Alaska for something. Once they have mammoth up in Alaska that we can go hunt for sport,
Yeah.
then we'll go.
Whoa.
For sport and also get the meat and pelts. Because, of course, we're not
Yeah.
leaving those sweet
Whoa, I was
pelts.
about to say.
We need the mammoth
Bob's
pelt.
Pelts,
You gotta
boys
get
and
them
girls.
pelts.
We're gonna have woolly
Tusk.
mammoth pelt and dire wolf pelts coming soon.
Gotta get them pelts, bro.
Gotta get them pelts. Them pelts are gonna be big in this economy. Yeah, look at them. Look at them pure white pelts.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Them pure Aryan pelts. Gonna be
Whoa,
extra
whoa,
sharp.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Those Aryan pelts.
I mean, do they have
what
blue
if-
eyes?
What if they're gray?
Did you know
Bro,
when they're
Simmons,
babies they
they
got
got
blue eyes?
Shima.
We gotta get them early is what Mitch is saying.
I want white pelts or I want mandatory abortions. Okay, that's what we need.
You know, Groke did us good. We improvised a lot on this show. That was good. Groke hit us with a good show, dude.
I got one more.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is going to be the Swamp Creatures 2028 endorsed candidate for president. Are you ready?
Oh, really?
Yay.
Let's go.
Whoa, what?
Voting for yay.
ESPN Stephen A. Smith is thinking about running for president.
Are we pro
outta
Stephen A?
here.
Okay.
Fuck out of here.
Nah,
No,
man.
Stephen
Yay,
A.
Kaufman,
Smith.
28.
Yeah.
I love Stephen A. for his cowboy bashing, but that's about the only thing I like about that man.
And his LeBron bash.
Guys,
Yeah.
this was only a matter of time. We all knew Stephen A. Smith was running for president. Like, think
Yeah.
about
I
it.
mean, yeah, that is true.
Yay, Kaufman for the Libertarian ticket. We're gonna get Kanye a lifetime membership to the
If
Libertarian Party
that's
in New
what
Hampshire.
happens, I will purposely go work for Stephen A. Smith and the Democrats.
True.
Then everything will have worked.
I mean, I would do it just for the bit. I would do it
Tell me
just
how you
for
really
the bit.
feel, Mitch. Fuck.
All right, here we go. I found a video. All right, let's go.
Oh, what?
Sports pundit Stephen A. Smith has officially announced he's considering a run.
Why did you die?
Fox News, of course, right off the bat.
That's the image.
Stephen A. Smith.
We got to accentuate.
What about
his
Iraq?
lips.
What about Iraq? I hit him with the lips.
For president in 2028.
Like a
Smith
retarded
posting to
fucking
X last
prince.
night, writing, "Time to stop messing around. Life is great, especially at ESPN Disney. Hate the thought of being a politician, but sick of this mess. So I am officially leaving all doors open."
That was
Fox
Trump's
News
statement.
contributor.
All doors
I hope your door's not
open.
open because.
Wait, what are you
Oh
saying?
man, Stephen A. Smith gonna be the
Yes.
Donald Trump of the Democrat Party?
We're
20, 30
leaving
years ago
all
and
the
open.
doors open because
Yeah.
you don't know what could happen.
Let's see what this guy
I hope your door's not open because that leaves your house free for burglars. Joe Con.
I gotta love Fox News. All right, go.
joins me now. And Joe, how real is this? And if it is real, what does it say about the state of the
Israel.
Democratic
Hold
Party?
on.
Well, Todd, Stephen A. is a master promoter. He's somehow on
He's a
ESPN
master
25
debater,
hours
too.
a
That's what I
day.
heard.
He understands that as long as he floats this prospect after shooting it down, that gets him airtime outside of the sports stuff. And hey, look at this, we're talking about it. But I think it shows two things to answer your question. One, that the Democratic bench has never been this thin. When there are some urging a Stephen A. Smith to run for president,
Can I get a
despite
time out real quick on this video? I just want
Yeah,
to.
we don't need to hear this dumb guy's opinion. Go ahead.
No. We'll
Yeah.
keep it going. I just want to mention that in 2015, about 10 years ago, this was the exact same narrative lines and fucking
Exactly. It's
that they-
exactly what they were saying about Donald Trump.
I'm just saying.
You're just saying. He's just saying.
Oh, here's another
Bitch, your
parallel.
Stephen A. is not that good. You gotta stop.
Here's another parallel. Polling shows Smith at 2%, but so was Trump ahead of 2016 victory. He's getting the same numbers Trump got before
Stephen A.
2016.
Smith versus
What a
Donald
spin.
Trump.
Oh my God, he's gonna
Yeah.
be president. Holy shit.
Oh man, look at that! He looks like a young Obama almost. How can you not see Stephen A. Smith as president?
He's
Yeah,
gonna be president.
The poll asked
fuck you,
414. Here's his competition. Poll asked Democratic primary voters for president were held today who they would prefer. Kamala Harris got 33%.
Respectable.
Pete Buttigieg and Gavin Newsom.
Buttigieg.
Yeah, Buttigieg and Newsom both got 9%.
Oh.
And Smith received 2%.
You know,
Just like Trump back
in
in the day, man.
2015,
Just like
I
Trump.
know.
Bro, real quickly.
Hashtag just like Trump.
Back in 2012,
Yeah.
I was a camp counselor, and I
Oh,
remember
no.
the old dude who was the guy who worked above me was like, "Yeah, I want Donald Trump to run." And I was like, "Why do you want him to run? He's just a businessman." And I remember him saying, "Well, who else to run the best business in the world?"
Sure.
And I look back at that conversation, I was just like, "Fuck!" That was when everyone thought this was a joke, when they had the roast of Donald Trump. Oh, ha ha ha! Yeah, no, he's not going to run.
Oh my
Well,
God.
look where we're at right now. Look
Joey's
where we're at right now.
Joey's throwing all kinds of questions out. Okay, first of all, Smith versus Vance, throwing hands. Who wins? I got money on Smith. Smith
Yeah,
is
I got
taking-
money on Smith too.
Yes, Smith.
Stephen A. Smith's gonna mop the floor with JD Vance.
Listen, JD seems like a decent guy, but he's a
But he
fan
doesn't
of
have
Lord
the
of the
cards.
Rings.
You don't have
He
to
doesn't have the
explain it.
cards.
Doesn't have the cards.
You don't have to explain it. Second question.
Obama.
Who sucked more dicks, Smith or
Obama's
Obama?
married to Big
Obama.
Mike Obama.
Obama, 100%.
Oh, Obama.
And then the final
absolutely.
round. Who sucked more dicks? Pete
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
He was in DC
Pete.
for 4 years. Obviously sucked more dick.
I don't know. Chase
Yeah,
went
Pete.
on a tour to
Pete.
suck dick, so I don't know.
Listen,
Yeah,
when we're
but Buttigieg
comparing
was
these
in
go-
DC for 4 years. That's all they do.
comparing
is
these
suck dick.
two,
Funhouse
Pete
party.
Buttigieg is a fag, and Chase
Oh,
is
you
gay.
know what? You're right. Stardom. He's got stardom on his side. He's got name recognition. People want to tell the story of how they sucked off the transportation secretary, the mayor of a small town.
Remember that video of that gay guy getting fucked in the Senate meeting room? That was booty egg in the background. You couldn't see it, but that was booty egg getting that booty.
You sure that wasn't
Just throwing
Lindsey
out
Graham?
allegations.
Could have been Lindsey Graham.
What
I'm
allegations?
not. It's
That was the
allization.
God honest truth I threw out there.
Allization.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Allegations?
I want to see the other side of that video. Prove me wrong there, Rob.
You didn't say it was
Lawyer
illegal.
man, prove that I'm wrong and I'm lying.
You didn't say it was illegal.
You ain't saying he wrong.
I never said it was illegal. I just said it happened. Now you got to prove that it didn't happen.
I ain't got proof. I don't want to prove anything. I don't want to prove that at all.
So yeah, so 2028 shaping up to be a good time. Everything else going great. What's up, y'all? Anything else you want to say before the show? Is there something that we missed?
Yeah, I'm going to prove all of that to Rob. You're going to come over here. I'm going to bend him over behind the furnace. I'm going to show him where the wild goose goes.
You got a furnace in Arizona? It's hot.
No,
Sounds like a hot.
That's awful. What?
It's going to be hot like Arizona, but we're going to be in South Carolina. Let me tell you, boy.
I like how we
I'm sorry,
sectioned
I had
out.
to get another Lindsey Graham.
that was good. That was great.
This show was brought to you by Grok. Hope you enjoyed it.
And Bob's Pelts.
And
Help the
Bob's-
Bob's Pelts for all your pelt needs. We got possum pelts, coon pelts, bear pelts, deer pelts. We got pelts is what I'm saying here, guys. Economy's tanking, stocks are down, crypto's down, bonds are down. Your high yield fucking savings account has become a low yield savings account. Pelts is the future, boys and girls. Invest in pelts. Even Jim Cramer's talking about the pelts.
Man,
Even if
the
you
whole
don't-
world,
He did mention
you
the
see nothing but stories bringing down the markets. But you know what markets you're seeing great stories out of? The pelts world. Now we have dire wolves. Soon we're going to have those mammoth pelts. We're going to have them all, baby.
We got mammoth. We got woolly mouse pelts, guys. I don't know if y'all might need some like gloves. I got mouse pelt gloves.
They just stuck a hamster in there, dude. They just took a bunch of money from USAID. And they were like, they gave it to us. That's all.
We are a official, authentic corporation, Robert, producing only the finest of pelt goods.
That's mammoth.
How
DNA.
dare you insinuate that our items are anything other than the most quality pelts on the market? We do not produce fraudulent goods like we're some kind of cheap Chinatown knockoff fucking Temu nonsense bullshittery even. What is this bullshittery?
I am Bob. I sell the pelts. Okay, it is my ad for my pelt store. Of course, we
you're
sell
Robert.
quality pelts.
You're not Bob. Bob's a different guy.
Yeah,
true.
Bob's a
That's-
much more wholesome human being than you.
He
I
has
took
many more
liberties.
holes.
I took certain artistic liberties.
Yeah, you ain't Bob. I don't believe it.
Yeah,
It's just
Josh-
like that
Josh is
Sal
getting
Mayweather
AIDS.
guy on Twitter. I don't
Yeah.
believe he's actually a white dude. He's got to be a black dude with an afro. I won't believe it if I meet him.
Yeah,
don't believe you're a
Rob,
white
not
dude.
a Bob. Rob, not
You're
a
not
Bob.
Bob.
You're not a white
Rob's
dude.
not Bob.
Chat confirms Rob is not Bob.
Robert is not Bobber.
Oh, but I'm Rob. But you say Rob? Oh, you want to say Rob?
Yes,
Bob?
you're
Yeah, he's
robbing
not
Bob of his valor. Stolen valor over here.
All right, coming soon to our store. Get your vibrating mammoth pelts. Let's see. All right, do you guys want to plug anything before we get out of here? We're gonna go play with some sticky balls. What's up?
Nope. Bob's pelts are
Bob's
Vince.
pelts, come on down.
we can end it with Bob's pelts. You guys know where to go by now. Links in the description. See you in
Bob's
the
Pelts.
Discord. Yeah.
Bob's pelts. Go to Bob's pelts. That's where you gotta go.
.org.
Get them coon pelts.
Yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Shine check. Where you at?
We took a couple sips tonight. Relatively same as last week. I don't.
All right.
I don't typically drink a lot of moonshine in 1 week.
2 hours later, how are we feeling on sucking on Rob's nuts at LPF?
No, dude, that would be a terrible experience.
I agree with Rob. Actually,
Good job,
that would be a
Mitch.
terrible experience.
That just
My
sounds
stomach's
terrible.
already doing backflips thinking about.
That's
Rob.
why it's a punishment. That's why it's a punishment.
We'll talk about it in the after show.
All right, come
no,
join
I'll
the
talk
Discord.
about it on the on show. Them nuts going in my mouth is not happening. I don't think I.
Do
could
you
tolerate
realize,
those nuts
like,
in my
the
mouth.
more you complain about how bad it's going to be, the more people want to see you do it.
You know, I will disappear.
We'll find
You ever
him.
seen
We'll
Siegfried
find
and
him.
Roy? Same thing, except no tigers.
All right, guys. Join us in the Discord. We'll see y'all later.